just combine Anakin with Princess Leia and Luke, and you get Rey.
Did you know that there was an Anakin Solo, and it was the third child of Leia?
There was a lot of kids in the
and Han.
There was Ben Solo, Anakin Solo. Shit, there was a lot of kids. There was more kids in Game of Thrones. Like, that's how many fucking kids there were.
In the book series, they Leia had twins.
Mm-hmm.
And it was...
Is that where Chewie died by moon?
That was a Yu Zhang storyline, and that was...
Gianna and Jason, I think it was. I think
that was Luke's kids. He had it with Mara Jade.
No, that wasn't Luke's kids. That was Leia's kids.
It was?
Leia had Gianna and Jason, and then they had Anakin. Anakin
okay,
was
he's
third.
a later kid, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Luke had a kid with Mara Jade, but I forgot what the kid... Is it Ben, then? He had...
I don't know. It's a good question. But I'm gonna use the
that would make sense, though. Yeah.
It's streaming and recording on OBS right now.
The fact that Kylo Ren is single-handedly responsible for killing the entire original trio. Directly.
So he killed... Well, he didn't kill Luke.
Killed Han.
Luke
died stopping him. Directly.
He chose to.
Leia did the exact same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
He
only directly killed Han, then.
His existence is directly responsible for all three of them dying. Personally.
That's a long game of Russian roulette. When I get old and decrepit, I'm gonna have a kid that just kills all of us. Why'd you play Russian roulette with a grenade that doesn't go off till 10 years later?
I'm Harrison Ford, why do you think?
Yeah, you would do that. That'd be the crazy way that fucker dies.
I told them they should have killed my character.
Get off my plane! Get me out of this movie!
It's like, so you know how I wanted them to kill my character in the original 3 movies? It's playing the long con.
You have to kill him off like on the 4th one.
He's talking about how fucking Kylo Ren was responsible for the death of the original trio, and I'm like, that's a long game of Russian roulette. Just have a kid that kills everyone. Stop raising school shooters, Han! God damn it!
He doesn't shoot anybody.
Oh, fine. School stabber.
Sammy's on the way.
So much better. Very efficient.
The school stabbings. That sounds horrible, but it's fucking hilarious.
See, now I'm just imagining that the Knights of Ren were just like a biker gang he hung out with.
Hey, don't hang around those kids, Ben.
Fuck you, Dad. I'll do what I want.
They're gonna teach me unlimited power.
Figure out your beverage things now, so you're good for, well...
He never even shoots
the podcast
lightning.
can go for a max of 3 hours, I'd say. You go and call it at 2 or something like that, no problem.
Okay.
But figure your shit out. It's 5:07 now, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty open. I know I gotta discuss.
Make sure you got your water or your beverage set up for the rest of your time.
Is this whiskey open for consumption?
Yes, but no, because I want to take part when it's being drunk because I love that shit. So,
well,
I have plenty of other free liquors I was given that you're welcome
take
to.
a shot of your.
I was gonna say it was right here. That's why I was asking.
It is gone. I finished that on a podcast 2 days.
What is that? That's gone?
It's an empty bottle.
Is there another thing of whiskey
Curses.
though?
Actually, wait. Which
cool.
What
I
was
just
it called? It was
eternally love that there's just weapons here
Johnny
in case
Walker Winter?
we ever need to turn on each other in cold blood.
We got rums, goose,
dare you.
captain, margarita mix, amaretto sour, blue curacao,
Amaretto sours could be
fine
good, but
vodka,
it's
Tito's
sweet.
vodka,
You don't need tequila?
Speyburn,
Hello.
Single malt whiskey, scotch. What is that?
There we go.
Samuel Grant Kentucky bourbon.
I'll take the bourbon.
Yeah, actually, I will also take the bourbon.
Try that out.
I can hit
Do we
her.
have other cups, or is this?
Yes.
Are these
Yeah.
our cups? Or
That's
are these
used.
No, I was gonna say
This is
those
that
are
Grand
used.
Marnier. This is that Grand Marnier in it all day. That's a clean cup for it. This is a
Beautiful.
Melody's bottle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can grab some jazz.
Alright.
Sounds good.
We are not prepared.
It
But
would
we
make
shall
sense
be.
for Luke to name his kid Ben, because I thought about that too. I'm like, wait, why would Han and Leia name their kid Ben?
Yeah.
when Leia didn't even fucking. She knew Obi-Wan. She didn't know Ben though.
No.
Luke knew Ben.
Yeah.
Dude, Luke like, come on, name him Ben. It's like, fine, I'll fucking name him Ben. God damn it. That scene where she was pulling out the pouch, she's like, Ray, this is
Yes.
for you. You know what I was thinking? That's a whole bag of cocaine she died from right there.
You know,
It's like we can never let the rebellion, the resistance know. She had a horrible cocaine addiction.
Bo's like, how did you do it? Lando's like, we had each other. It's like, no, don't you lie. We had each other. Why else would you fly a ship against a Star Destroyer?
Oh my god.
Yes!
I would love. Can we please get that version of the movie? It's like we need
Oh, it's like,
everyone.
shut the fuck up, 3PO! Ah!
At least it would be more entertaining.
It would be. It'd be like Spaceballs, but made by Quentin Tarantino.
Fucking Lando comes in with the rescue fleet. I'm so fucking high right now.
You'll even get Samuel L. Jackson. You just get the voice of Mr. Popo and Team 4-Star in there.
Wait. Okay, what about you guys have seen The Mandalorian, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They've got the guy from
Pass me a cup.
damn it, the Rocky series, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. My man.
Yeah.
I just want him to say it just once. Just once on The Mandalorian, just to come up to him. My man.
He's got a sexy fucking voice.
Yeah.
He does a good job. I like that they brought in an all-star cast.
Like, as far as taste goes,
Oh my god, can we please
Fucking Werner
have
Herzog.
him just continue on with The Mandalorian?
better.
Like seriously, and honestly,
Like, they
he can take over Star
They
Wars.
didn't.
They already took over the best. They already took the best character, Werner Herzog's character.
Yeah.
I don't even care about his character at all. It's just like the way he talks.
We want to
Mhm,
get
mhm.
the baby, and we're going to take its DNA. Do you know what
Yes.
the bad guy's plot is?
Mm.
The bad guy
No,
at the very
actually,
end.
what is it?
They revealed this. It might be spoilers. I don't know if they'll go into it in the new season.
Alright.
So yes,
Okay.
no.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
fill
sure.
in for Sammy
Okay.
until she gets here.
The reason-
Let's get this
the
opening
reason-
done right, fucker. Because
Okay.
we're live right now.
Then immediately go into Mandalorian.
Because I
spoilers.
clicked all
Yeah,
the buttons
please.
and no one reacted. So I don't think
It's
anyone's
not
paying
anymore.
attention to what I'm doing.
No,
Yeah.
I was facing this direction.
That's a talent's job. They don't pay attention to what person running the show does.
Yeah,
And then they get
Can I get
screamed
one
at.
of those?
Well, no one's
Yeah,
been really
of course.
designated the host of this podcast
Thank you.
episode because I'm not in it.
Okay.
It's gonna be like
You are now.
Yeah, I'm in it until Sammy gets here because she planned her life well. What?
Ah.
Ugh.
No, that's the truth.
Yeah.
It's a two.
So
It's a
this is
two.
gonna be episode. Oh shit! Which episode is this?
Episodic.
This is
5?
episode 5. This is episode 5.
Yeah, I read 5.
P2
Ooh,
podcast.
good
I
one.
can read.
Mhm.
So I am your stand-in until Sammy gets here, and then from this side of the room,
Ah. Yes.
introduce yourself, fucker.
I'm William.
I'm Ren.
I am Tyler.
And together you're gonna rage about Star Wars again.
Apparently.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I could go on all night about it.
Good. It's gonna hang out.
There's happy things about it, though. It's just
What was-
Disney decided to do none of it.
Were you all about to jump into bad shit about Mandalorian?
No.
or-
No, we're about to jump into good shit,
Oh,
actually.
Yes.
yeah. No.
Positive shit.
Mandalorian is amazing.
Yes,
Because
because
the lore
Hands-
behind the
hands
guy.
down,
Yes.
the best thing to come out since
they
4,
have
5, and 6.
revealed
One at a time.
the motivation behind the bad guy who pops up at the very end, the one who's been behind all this, wants to get his hands on Baby Yoda.
What is it?
He wants to take the baby's DNA, put it in himself
Ooh.
to become the next Darth Vader,
That's different.
Oh,
That's
that's
why he dresses
interesting.
like Vader.
and carries around a
Dude.
lightsaber.
A dark saber.
That's actually cool.
Huh. Okay.
That's actually
No.
a really good idea.
I like that.
Were his intentions though to absolutely kill the child, or is it just
Yes.
extracting DNA?
Well,
it
Oh, okay,
would
so
kill
he
the child in
absolutely
the
had to
That's
kill-
that's
okay.
why at the beginning it's like dead or alive, while Werner Herzog's character is like, it really doesn't matter
Oh my god.
as long as we get the
I
baby.
like the way that man talks. Like,
Show me the baby.
He is the definition of a good bad guy actor.
he is.
Mhm,
And
really.
It's like I feel
did you-
uncomfortable.
You're reminding me of how creepy Lando is now. Lando ends that movie in the creepiest, cringiest
I don't think
way
that's
possible.
actually the character's fault. That's just they cut out a part that was important's fault.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
Dude,
surprised.
Because it's like he's supposed to be,
Director's
father-
cut. Director's cut.
Yes.
yeah,
He-
Disney, but they're never going to do that
Well,
because
that's-
they
D
would
is only
admit
for
they're
Disney.
wrong.
Yeah. There
D's
you go.
for, D's for Disney and dicking of good content, but not directors.
It's like, look, if J.J. Abrams fucks up, let him do it on his own. He doesn't need help.
Yeah, seriously.
Just
he
let
really
him fall on
doesn't.
his face on his own.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
that movie actually was
How
good,
often
in
does
his
JJ
movie-
even fall on his face?
Not a lot.
Exactly. Like, track record shows, should let him ride.
Yeah.
If he had been given all 3 movies to work with, I think we probably would have gotten a
See,
lot better than we got.
I think he would even did better with Rise of Skywalker if Disney would have just let him do it, but the board wanted to write the movie instead of letting a director do it.
Yeah,
and you never fucking do that because then you get Justice League and they got the guy who wrote Batman vs Superman to write this piece of shit film. Oh, but he's got a Harvard degree, so I should respect that. No, Batman vs Superman's a fucking shit movie.
The fact that Disney, before Game of Thrones proper blew up in the last episode, were like, these are the guys we want on the next trilogy.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
and then the shit show happened. Because they realize they can't write on their own. They're going to rely on George R. R. Martin, who's also not reliable in finishing the story.
No, he's really not. Honestly, I think he's just raking in the chips.
He is going to die before that book series is done.
He will.
And then his children will continue it. Like
but he told them how he wanted the book to end, and I know that for a fact they just were like, whatever, we don't care.
Probably.
No.
Hey. They didn't get 2 shits at that point. Which, speaking of which, that was another show that was fucking fantastic and went to shit. And that's my fear for Mandalorian, is that if they don't continue down this awesome path, if they do cater to the Twitter account and everybody else who gets crunchy about everything,
crunchy.
They're going to just divulge
you become a
into
Cheeto.
this
Fuck off.
that they've had in the past and
so
like Game of Thrones.
About it.
Game of Thrones was absolutely fantastic in its first several seasons, and then absolutely nosedived because they started to appealing to their Twitter accounts. I'm sorry, but the few that are crunchy are not the masses.
No.
And they're not the true fans either. They're just people screaming for what they consider justice.
I want more women. Oh, remember in Mandalorian at the beginning when they were complaining there wasn't enough women?
Oh my fucking god! There's a woman like in the first 2 seconds. And sure, she doesn't speak right away, but they show a woman right in the 2 seconds.
But then we got the most awesome female fucking character in the 3rd goddamn episode.
And you know what's amazing about her? Here's what's truly amazing about that female character. Yes, she's strong.
Yes.
But she's not an absolute cunt about it. She's just not.
She's just a normal human being.
Yeah.
She's not Captain Marvel.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, she's not. Thank you very much.
Actually,
rolling her eyes and shit.
I just realized what would make Not just realized, I thought of this.
If they never made it in the first place?
Yeah. Oh no. What would have made Captain Marvel better, get Joss Whedon in on it. Because apparently that motherfucker can actually write female characters. And write the surrounding cast good.
Yeah, no. Did you ever see his interview where people ask him, why do you write strong female characters or stuff like that? Or why do you write... people are just asking him, because he was going on, a tour for a recent, superhero movie that he did. And this is, back in 2014 that I think I saw the video. Yeah. Because he's the one that wrote Buffy, and he wrote several other strong female characters. Did he do Firefly?
Yes.
Yeah. So he has a lot of really compelling characters, period. But the highlight is on the female characters he writes because they are standout characters that are feminine, strong, sexy, and you can take them seriously.
And it's
they're not fridge wives.
In Firefly, it's you get all sorts of female characters. You get the ones that just
you get the hyper feminine who's
who's
a whore, but she's full of dignity.
Yeah, she's a whore full of dignity. Then you get the mechanic, who's kind of effeminate, but
she's
getting dirty with her work.
Yeah, and then you have Nate Fillion's right-hand girl, who's a badass, but she's dating not a worm, but that guy's the pilot.
The best thing to say about his character, the first thing you saw him doing was playing with dinosaurs on his.
Yeah, he's more childish.
Curse your sudden and inevitable.
Yeah, I love that actor because he was the redhead in A Knight's Tale.
Yeah. So, was he?
Yeah, that's the same guy.
I need to watch that movie again.
And he voiced K2 in
I remember.
In the right before New Hope.
He was the best character in that.
K2 was one of the best. K2 is great.
See, when I did The Void with that experience, he was one of the best parts of that whole ride. Shooting at the stormtroopers was definitely I feel like a fucking kid and I actually get to live this out. But then this smart ass is just whispering in my ear, hey, you're pressing the wrong buttons. Fuck you! He's like, okay, press this button because you have to press it in the sequence. So I press it in the sequence. Okay, press it again. And I'm pressing it in the sequence fuck it, I'll shoot it. And that's what works because it's Star Wars.
Talking about another awesome bit of Star Wars, the game was amazing. The newest one they released, it was absolutely fucking phenomenal.
Oh, talking about the one at EA?
Yes. I want it. So fucking good. It's story driven. It has in its canon. And it's just a well-rounded, really
You
good,
get to
strong
force
story.
push people off of cliffs.
I also want to get that game because
So good. It's
gaming
totally worth
industry
it.
wants. I want the trend to start going towards
Yeah,
single player gaming
Absolutely.
again.
And bravo to EA for not adding in fucking loot boxes and other shit. That's just
God.
absolute bullshit.
Like, you
That
definitely have
destroys
the
gaming
cosmetics
industry.
in there, but yeah, you didn't fucking decide to
No,
Battlefront
but you
it.
don't need it to complete the game. You can absolutely
Yes.
complete the
Mhm.
game just as it is in its entirety. And people are like, oh, it was boring. No, you're boring. This game was fucking phenomenal.
Honestly, that's
It's visually spectacular. The characters are super
Thanks.
strong, especially the main character. The main character is absolutely fucking amazing.
you know what.
He goes from a
God.
Peabody to like a man.
You know
he
what
does.
makes me
He really
want to
does.
get the game? Though I already wanted to get the game for several reasons, but what really made me determined to get it as soon as I can is Brower showed me a video. They were doing a let's play of it, and he was playing a banjo. I'm like, is that a fucking Jedi with a banjo?
What?
This is what fucking Star Wars
Yo,
needs.
I just saw this while we were chilling out before the podcast, and apparently like they're having skin aesthetics or whatnot, and now you can literally like get a skin that is a radar technician Kylo Ren. Like they've nailed his face in the orange
On the-
jumpsuit and shit,
on the same.
so you
group
can
of
now go
honors.
through the Fallen Order
With-
as radar technician Kylo Ren.
This
there's,
is the
there's another
timeline we
guy-
all needed.
This is all in that same game with Battlefront 2. In the modding community, they also modified Palpatine to be Pope John Paul II. Like,
So basically, no change then.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
he was just white this time. It's just like, does
Floating
he
through the
spit
air.
holy venom as advertised?
Sammy's apparently really good at catching red lights.
Yep.
Oh,
I hate
fabulous.
the lights here.
Yeah, traffic in general is.
I feel like I
absolutely
need to.
delicious.
I need to.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things I need to add to how I produce these shows, but I think one of them is like, hey, the podcast is going to be at 5:00. Get here by 4:30.
Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, yeah.
That's what I try to do with
I've had
mine.
too many times where I tell people, yeah, the podcast is going to be at 5,
Mhm.
and then people get here at 5, and it's like,
No, you have to show up earlier.
you
Yeah.
don't know what we're doing now, do you?
Well, the thing with I
It's
know
just
with
like
the
an interview.
podcast,
Like, you
were-
did great, but he's done the best because he's been here since 11 a.m.
Well, I mean, you know.
the podcast
Real
you
MVP over here.
helped me
Yeah.
run.
Do what I can.
Was it
The
a
group of
side
guys-
box, hot box, side chat?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
group of guys I had, they don't give a shit. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, well,
but
you had relatively self-centered personalities that are like, hey, can you get here at 4:30?
we're-
No,
we're gonna get here at 5:15. I'm like, assholes.
yeah.
I mean, the podcast ended up all right as a result of it, but I'm like,
No, but if you're trying to
Could've been better.
continuously stream and you're
It
telling
could've been a
people,
lot
hey,
better.
come
Well, you
in
need-
and
you
chat
need
in with
respect,
us,
and
or
if they're not
listen
gonna
in on us,
respect
excuse me,
the-
at 5,
yeah.
people need to show
Yeah.
up accordingly.
Not the
so
shit
we can start
talking,
actually at
but
5.
that's what happened. And it's just like, we're here. Hey, we're trying to start at 5. It's like, I'm gonna take a cigarette break, and that takes about 20
No,
minutes. And I'm like,
no. See,
See-
that should have been done beforehand.
You
Sorry.
serious, man?
That's the point where it's like, okay, you'll come in after the break then.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's a power.
absolutely.
See, that's
Pretty
that's a
much.
power move on him, and that's when you go, okay, you're done. You can leave now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we're
kind of
done.
the reason why well, the main reason was technical difficulties with why I put my podcast on hiatus. So I'm like, I want to be selective and be a little more
Choosy.
Not choosy, just have more purpose with my podcast, because I think I was just having a podcast just to have something for
Yeah.
the time, but I'm like, I want to have a little more purpose, and
Yeah.
now that I'm getting into animation a little more, trying to do it, I think I might actually have a little more purpose with the podcast that might revolve around that, because I see what a lot of animators on YouTube do, and I'm like, okay, so kind of what I'm doing, kind of aligned with what they were doing, but they had a purpose. I did not. But
Yeah,
now I have a reason
that's
to do all
where
this.
like I have a very simple purpose for Pseudo, but I started reckoning, especially with Ren asking like, should I bring notes, and then how the last episode went. I'm just like, I think I should just let people know. It's like, bring with you things you want to talk about. Like have a list like on your phone or something of things that you want to discuss or talk about that are
Yeah.
important or fun or light or
Yeah.
heavy for you. And just you have to play the game as a talent to just figure out how to rotate that in with at least the type of people that I'm going to bring in here. Because I'm usually playing on people that have either never met or people that do know each other.
Mm.
But most everyone that I at least associate with and bring on to these shows, they know what kind of people I interact with. So they know it's like they're probably going to be relatively open-minded. They're going to have their opinions, but they'll be rational and they'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that's definitely key to having a good podcast is that you need the different perspectives. You know, it's going to be super boring if everybody has the same opinion.
Except
Yeah.
the wrong ones.
Yeah.
Like anybody who enjoyed Rise of Skywalker.
It's a really
Yeah,
tall
yeah.
fucking.
Oh,
bottle.
there's somebody. I'm not
It's like
gonna.
you're sucking on the bottle.
I'm not
the
gonna
whole
name a
podcast.
name.
That's why I moved it. I
But
was
somebody's
like,
trying.
we're good.
Somebody's trying to argue with me that Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi, they're trying to tell me that Rise of Skywalker was better than Last Jedi. I'm like, no. Last Jedi might have not been good in its execution of certain things, but it had a story I could fucking follow. Not 5 of them in one fucking movie.
I will say this: the Force side of Last Jedi, I enjoyed.
Yeah,
Good story.
that's
good
the
characters.
part I enjoyed.
Like with Rey and Luke working.
The
and shit.
other
Yes.
half was wasted time.
Yeah, I didn't like Canto Bight.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, they should have just did that time trying to break into the Star Destroyer
Yeah.
to keep them from chasing them if they're going to go that route instead of... It's like, wait, that's a lot of logistics.
Yeah,
And
but
why wasn't Poe doing more? Like, why do we have to have
Because
an
he's
extra...
a man.
What was it that defined that? I think it was on Filmhouse because we have like, as I finally like relented and just started listening to reviews because it took so long.
Yeah.
But like, The Last Jedi is a chase movie
Yeah.
with the slowest chase ever.
Yeah. It's like, if they would have just got Rose to be the technician, that would have been smart enough
He's the
to...
Jar Jar Binks of the new series.
At the same time, they didn't really
Ha,
use her
no.
properly.
Funny.
Huxes.
Huh?
She is too. She's terrible. She's
Oh,
absolutely
the Pokemon
fucking
that they
terrible.
put in there?
Oh, the little robot.
No,
Oh,
no, that's the JoJo's reference.
Oh, yeah.
Dio.
Oh, Jesus.
I was so tempted to stand. I was with my mom.
Honestly,
that's why
I
I
just
didn't.
feel like Rey's character is so hollow. You know, like there's no.
I can agree
there's
with that
no
by the
depth
end
to
of
her.
the trilogy. Yeah. But
There's no meat to her. There's
well,
no there's
yeah.
no
the
struggle.
meat should have been built in the second movie.
Oh, absolutely.
It should have.
Absolutely.
And all they're doing is just training a hollow shell.
They got artsy.
Yeah, I
fartsy
know. And
with
then
it.
the fact that she's just so powerful and
Yeah,
so.
well, the big thing is that I saw recently was the fact that her character for her situation doesn't make any sense.
No, of
The
course.
fact
No.
that she's so happy and upbeat after living as an orphan on this desert planet, like
That's
as
a
one person,
spirit
but
that's like
she
hard.
looks, she looks too clean.
She should be acting out a little more, if anything.
Yeah, she should have.
Like she should be Iron Manning that shit. She should be spending more time in the Falcon, fixing the Falcon, and just obsessively fixing
Well,
the
she's a
Falcon.
mechanic. She had a mechanic background, and that was really.
That's what I'm saying.
That was
Yeah, and they don't
showcased-
showcase any of that.
Well, they showcased that in
No.
Force Awakens. Like that's where the Force
Yeah,
Awakens.
but
Yeah.
not really. I mean, and again, there's no struggle. Like when you look at Luke's story, Luke was not
He was a
running
di-
with the Force
No,
right away.
Was,
He had
was
to
a
work to
disgruntled
earn
ass
that.
out the gate.
Yeah.
He was a little bit smug and he was a little bit of a dick. I'm not gonna lie. He was a little
And then
bit
Yoda
whiny.
beat
But
the
then
shit
again,
out of him.
But that's
then
the
again,
point.
remember who his dad was.
Yeah.
Anakin was whiny too. But Luke struggled. He didn't get it right away.
My
He had to
favorite
go and
point
train
is-
with Yoda.
In fact, he didn't even finish his training when he went to fight Vader.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yoda's like, "Hey, you're not ready for this."
yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Well, what does she do in Last Jedi?
Oh yeah, just all of a
Literally
sudden
the
she
exact
can
same
just
thing.
yeah.
And the important thing is
that's
she's the
bullshit.
only focused character who never loses a limb.
Yeah, of course,
Right.
of course.
Oh, she got a.
Well,
cut
she
on
never
her
loses
arm. She
anything.
lost skin.
Yeah. Kylo got shot in the chest with a bowcaster and walked it off.
See, not even considering everything else, just within the movie, you see that bitch yeeting stormtroopers across the fucking
Okay,
battlefield.
can we talk about the fact that you cannot backflip over a starship? I'm sorry, but you can't. You
No,
can't-
she's Force powered.
No, that's bullshit.
The Force!
No.
It fixes all my messy writing.
Yeah,
My-
yeah. Thank you. And
Here's
that's
the thing.
slapping. That's fucking
Here's the
slapping.
best meme out of this. It's from
How did she do that?
The Force
Force.
Awakens. The Force Awakens. The Force doesn't do that. 2 movies later, the Force does fucking everything.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
The
you.
Force causes hurricanes.
Oh my
The
god.
Force flooded New Orleans. The Force caused 9/11. The Force caused... I was about to say a recent disaster, but I'm stopping.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my god.
The Force does everything.
So about the Mandalorian,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
let's get back to-
You know what's
something
great
good.
about
The
that?
good part of Star Wars.
the only Force user is a fucking baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so initially.
Unreliable, adorable, 3 fingers. You can
Yeah.
handle everything.
Chokes out your bitch just by being there.
Baby, do the magic hand thing.
I love how. I love how like the movies, the show is able to actually appeal to like the other half of the human population with an adorable baby. Because
Yeah.
it's literally it. Because like I don't
Yeah.
think women cared about the original trilogy except unless they were actual nerds
Yeah.
for that kind of storyline. But the moment you add in one thing that would actually attract them in a compelling character such as a baby,
Yeah.
and it's like you have the women,
Oh, that is-
and now
that
they
is
might pay
sad.
attention to
See,
the plot.
my mom was into Star Wars because I was into Star Wars, and she paid half attention
Yeah, because
to
she
it.
loves you, and we all make
Mhm.
mistakes.
Yeah. But then she never got enthusiastic until Mandalorian because of Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Let's go, bitch. You're late.
You're late. Shut up.
I know
bitch.
I know you said you were late. I know the red lights hate you.
Absolutely.
I hate the
Ah.
red
And here's
lights.
Sam. Hello.
And here's Sam, and I will make my leave.
Okay.
Very well.
Oh look, it's Ray with actual character now.
You have like a Jedi like cape on.
That's because I liked this
True.
cardigan.
Oh no, it looks great.
It is.
Yes.
It was awesome.
What do you do?
Hit the one button, then hit those two buttons.
Sure.
As long as
Also
someone
hit
knows.
that button.
You're the most experienced out of all of us in this room.
And isn't
Yeah.
that a terrifying
We'll
thought?
probably be gone when
That is
you all
terrifying
are
thought.
done in like 2 to 3 hours. So when you're done, you'll go out the garage, make sure the front door is locked, and just hit the enter button on the keypad.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Will do.
Okay.
Alrighty. Back to the Mandalorian.
It's a good show.
It is a good
Actually,
show.
have you seen it?
Not really, but you can talk about it. That's okay.
I get it.
So,
Baby Yoda is adorable.
yeah, he's
Yes.
adorable. And initially, there was some controversy of like, oh, come on, should he really be able to use the Force? He's a baby.
It's a Yoda.
He's
But
also
doing
50 years
doing
I was
some
gonna say, so he's
doing
like
some
30 or
research on
50
it.
years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I used to make this argument too, but actually there's something a little bit more deeper about it. And that is that they have two brains. And in having two brains, one is actually extremely force sensitive. Okay. So that gives a
Hmm.
little bit more leeway to the fact that he can actually use the force even with being an infant. The force heal thing, I still don't know if I like it. I don't think I do. I don't think I like it. It's never been done before.
But it what?
And remember
In
too,
video games it has.
no, but remember, Anakin's whole reason for going fucking ballistic was because he wanted to be able to learn how to save Padme. If
But-
Force Heal was a thing, guess who should have been able to use Force Heal?
But she didn't die from all that. She died from sadness.
She died from stupidity, okay?
Well,
Well,
no, if she was stupid, she would have died sooner.
I know, but then Anakin should have been able to bring her back if Force Heal was a thing. If it's so easy to use.
But two stupids don't.
I will say I like how the Mandalorian implemented it. Of the guy has a flesh wound.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
and
baby
it's not
is
like a major, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not what
I'm going to bring you back
certain-
from the dead.
It's not
Right.
what certain movies did.
No.
Yeah.
It's definitely not.
Yeah. Oh, but apparently now people can survive absolute explosions in space. Yay. Go Kylo Ren! Really? Come on. Come
Why?
I
on.
mean, listen,
come
considering
on.
what the main bad guy manages to survive, and the fact that you
Two
can,
explosions.
you can just teleport between planets. You can just do that.
Oh,
Was he
but
Doctor
wait a minute,
Strange?
But wait a minute. They explain
Remember?
They explain
this
this
is
in
where
Rogue
they try
One.
to morph Star Trek into Star Wars.
this. Was
I
it
mean,
Rogue
Pretty
they got
much.
J.J. Abrams.
True.
You know what I want to do? If J.J. Abrams gets because he's about to do DC movies, and I'm like, I want to do a Thanos meme of J.J. Abrams. He's got Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel. Get all the geek shit in there.
Everything in there.
J.J. Abrams is our Thanos.
Just Snaps gives us Justice League.
The real Justice League,
God,
not
yeah.
what happened.
Yes, I want.
No, I want to see someone else do it. I want to see someone else other than
Yeah.
J.J.
I also agree.
I
with
do
that.
want to see
Yeah.
a new mind.
No, I need to
do
see a new
it.
one.
I will say I still haven't seen Shazam. I need to see Shazam.
Oh my god!
I watched
it's
half that
good.
movie.
I
It's
need
good.
I need to see
I've watched
Shazam.
half the
It
movie.
is
but-
pleasantly nostalgic and super cute.
Aquaman
Yes.
I adored because it was the most comic book shit I've ever
Oh, I
seen.
loved it.
Okay, now I haven't seen Aquaman. I'm behind.
It
on
has
that.
I'm behind on that. I'm behind on all
It
these.
has
It's okay.
laser sharks.
Yeah, it has
Love laser
sharks
sharks.
with freaking laser beams on their head.
Wait, hold up. Aquaman has sharks with laser beams?
Yes.
And they fight mosasaurs
Alright, see-
with laser beams.
See, my mom has been trying to get me to watch this movie because she's in love with Jason Momoa. But if she had mentioned laser sharks, I would have watched it.
You know your mom's not going to mention laser sharks. Billy might mention laser sharks. Or
No,
they'll-
this was my mother's argument. But Jason Momoa.
I mean,
But he's hot. And
it's
I'm
a
like,
valid argument.
I mean,
No,
he
it's
is
not.
hot, but that doesn't make me want to watch a movie.
I'm
No,
sorry.
You gotta be able to act. You gotta have some talent behind you. I'm sorry. I
He-
don't care how attractive you are. You have
he
to be
does
able
a good
to
job.
act.
No, Jason Momoa's a good
I know,
actor,
and I know.
and he's sexy.
I know
look
he
at it
is.
this
He's
way.
on
You had
Game of Thrones.
the really crappy prequels, and like Hayden Christensen, he's a very attractive man, but he cannot act to save his life.
Yeah,
He
Ben
can
Affleck's
cry.
another one,
Like, when
too.
he doesn't talk,
And he
That's in
can
his
really
later years. In
hate
his later years,
sand.
He was better.
He can actually.
that wasn't even convincing.
He can act quite well. He just
Oh,
didn't have facial erection.
Sand. Get Tommy Wiseau to be Anakin Skywalker.
Oh dear God.
You're tearing me apart, Padme!
Oh, hi,
Why do
Obi.
you
Oh my
do
God,
that? Hi, Obi.
Speaking of, actually, have you all seen The Room?
Yes.
Look, shit,
Oh my
Palpatine.
God.
Oh, hey,
Yes.
Palpatine, how's your sex life?
Oh, there's Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Ray.
Oh
Hey, Ray, how was your sex
So,
life?
anyway.
He's dead.
No.
Where's the fucking money, Kylo? Give me the fucking money.
Oh,
God.
God.
What a story. I can't think of a
Jesus,
character.
They were so funny. Oh, speaking of which, there's a couple groups that are out there right now, but they're making fan based Star Wars shorts and stuff. Have you seen
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
The one with Darth Maul.
That-
Oh my God!
Talking
Yeah.
about the one.
Where they're on the island and it's a team of Jedi that go to fight Darth Maul
Yeah.
before he becomes Darth Maul. It's
That's
like
a
his
really
training
good
session.
one.
God, that one's good. And then there was another one too. It was like if Kylo Ren had actually had kind of like his Darth Vader moment where he goes and faces off with Darth Vader.
I've seen
That
that
one
one.
was also
That
really
one
good
was
as well.
Did you see the fan short of Darth Vader? This is done really well. It's like a bunch of clone troopers try to shoot him because it's early Empire.
Yeah.
And he just fucking murders all
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, and you know what we did was in between movies, we actually played that clip instead as we were going down the line, watching 1, 2, and 3, and then also including Rogue One and all that.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we did.
Yeah.
We included Rogue One on our little Star Wars saga that we're having. That's been fun to kind of go back and watch these movies.
Yeah.
And again, it's crazy to just have those moments where you're like, God, 1, 2, and 3 actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Like that. The
3
really,
is actually memorably enjoyable. I
Yeah.
fell asleep on 1, and
3 is-
2 makes me angry still.
3 is the only
Same.
It
movie.
makes a lot of people
I
angry.
did. 2 is so
See,
goddamn cringy.
It makes me
It is
angry because
so
it's bad.
cringy. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
not even fuck you. I know I'm bad, so I'm gonna do terribly. It's like, he just didn't know what
It's
he
not
was
like
doing.
B sci-fi movie bad. It's
Yeah.
just bad.
Yeah.
It's like second grade play bad.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's only the Anakin and Padme parts. I enjoyed Obi-Wan
Same.
having a murder mystery.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's
and
such a
Obi-Wan's
unique-
little story,
everybody sh-
like finding the clones, that
everybody
was
sh-
great.
Everybody
Yeah.
shits on the diner, but I actually like that scene.
Yeah, the
It
diner's
makes
fine.
absolute
I think
sense.
Yeah,
It's like,
sure.
why
And
does
then
everybody
that's okay.
shit on that?
No.
Oh, it's too different?
No, it's bullshit.
Fuck
That's bullshit.
off.
Yeah,
No.
I second that.
I don't like sand.
Also, the fact that
That's more-
Good, and it gets everywhere.
yeah.
These are more convincing than
But then you have Christopher Lee as Dooku,
Christopher Lee in anything.
Yeah, he was amazing.
bringing him like
I'm sad for his.
Well, and
loss,
apparently
or for our
that
loss.
scene where
He's
where
narrating in
Palpatine
heaven
tells Anakin to kill him, that's such a huge moment because right before that, Palpatine had been talking up Dooku, you are my next in command, you're going to be taking over, I'm going to lead Anakin in and I'm going to
Do
tell him
it.
to kill you, but he's not going to actually, whatever. And so that look that Dooku gives him is just such a look of, my God, you just betrayed me.
Yeah.
It was just horrible.
Do it.
curse your sudden and inevitable betrayal.
Oh God. No, that line is in this next movie, and I'm
Yes.
like, I wa-
Mhm.
hey, Game Grumps, start collecting on your checks. You're the reason that line got
Oh
popular.
my God, yes, they were. That's why earlier when
Do
he
it.
I just love the fact. I just
Yes.
love the headcanon that the Emperor just really likes using those lines. Like
Yeah,
every time
yeah.
he was on like a teleconference call, it's like, "My Emperor, we're having a rebellion over on this planet. Should we just deploy more troops?"
Do it. Imagine the notes for that. It's like, look, whenever you ask him a question, just make sure his answer can be do it.
Yeah.
He loves that.
Oh my
You
God,
won't
yeah.
get zapped. You won't get force choked. It works every time.
Turns out you're fired. Ah! Just yeets him
Lightning
out the
bolt.
window.
Yeah.
Working
Hey
for
Palpatine, why don't you
is
just let the
great.
lightning go?
Ah!
Working for Palpatine is great. All you gotta do is, give him something that he can answer, do it to. But, you might want to be really careful because, what happened to that Dooku guy, man?
Yeah.
Don't want to be in that.
Don't be too close to him.
Don't
I'll
get
just
too
say
close.
that.
Don't get too close and personal, but, the stormtrooper position ain't that bad.
Yeah, he's not your friend. He's your boss.
Yeah.
Don't be the Emperor's Guard, because those guys get thrown about by Yoda all the
If
time.
you have
Do you
daddy
think-
issues,
wait, wait, wait.
run away.
Do you think Dooku in his last moments was like, oh shit, employment was not family?
This is my retirement plan? This fucking sucks.
I
I
think
hate
the-
this insurance.
I think the moment he got his hands cut off, it's like, so do I get robot hands? now?"
I know.
Yeah.
I know how Palpatine made all that money to build the Death Star. He collected a lot of life insurance. He got life insurance on the clones.
Oh.
He got life insurance on Dooku. He got life insurance on Anakin.
Like those-
Oh yeah.
Technically, he died.
No,
Start of the
you
war.
want to make a
So I've
successful
taken-
business, life insurance on everyone, and then kill them.
Speaking of major plot hole, we're just supposed to believe that Palpatine is able to pull all of these resources together, and no one's noticed at all.
He created a clone army,
Bullshit.
so
Oh, no. He gathered all these resources on a planet that's impossible to reach.
Yeah, and where's he getting all the Kaibar from? Kaibar is in scarce remission because
Yeah.
remember they blew up the planet.
Well, this is one thing I'll say that
they blew up Ilum.
they set it up in The Last Jedi of miniaturized Death Star tech, big gun on a ship.
Oh my god. Leave the Death Star alone.
Leave it alone.
We don't need any more. We already got a planet that's the biggest you could go
gathering that
with.
many resources, gathering that much power to power
The very
something else
next
like
movie.
that, it was
So
just
we put a
absolutely
laser
impossible.
on the sun.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine? No, I want Robot Chicken to
yeah.
do a skit on Star Killer blowing up. Hey, Pop.
Yeah, he's just sitting on the planet.
Fuck!
Okay, screw plan. We're gonna make a bunch of little ones.
You know, if one goes,
They all
go.
Let's see him exhaust port that bitch.
You can sneakily maneuver.
What do you mean
one
they're
small
controlled
one.
by one thing? What did I tell you?
What the fuck? My enemies did that. God fucking damn it. This is the last time I let the interns design anything. That's my problem. I'm getting unpaid interns that don't want my fucking work.
God, it's such a mess.
No, when I was watching the movie, I was like, I should have been mad, but I'm like, no, this is fun.
It was.
Did you pay to go see it, or did you pirate it, or you gave Disney your money?
I gave Disney my money.
You sucked that dick. No.
Hey, I got my dick sucked after one of them, so.
So it's paying it back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now you help me out here, kind of got it. Got to return the favor.
Mhm.
I don't want to,
Jesus.
but I owe you.
No, because it's like the first time, shame on me, because I'm going to try it at least. I didn't want to pay for it the second time, but I was with somebody at that time. I'm like, whatever, I did say I would do this with you.
The entire marketing scheme for how do we get people to watch the new movie? Everyone's sitting there in the theaters. The trailer for the movie comes up. It's just Palpatine. Do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Accurate.
Can't
Yeah,
argue with that.
You're absolutely right. Game Grumps really
Okay.
should get the bill on that because
Yes, they made that line popular.
yeah, seriously, they really did.
Palpatine, I got this day old meat. What do you want me to do with it? Stew it. Palpatine, I got this broken pencil. What do I do? Blew it.
Yeah.
He's hitting on this girl. Oh, you're ugly. Blew it.
I'm sorry, but why did my brain go to a Palpatine Mountain Dew commercial?
That sounds like
Mountain Dew,
that's-
you need
Yeah.
to do this at least.
That sounds like
once.
something they
Seriously,
did
yeah,
in Revenge of the Sith. Because I remember 7-Eleven had a little special where it's like Darth Vader Slurpee cups. Like, Star Wars was everywhere. It was so obnoxious. Fans today would have a conniption about how
Yeah.
everywhere Star Wars was in the marketing. There was even a Revenge of the Sith cartoon where Yoda tries to steal somebody's cheeseburger and Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Or Pepsi, that's what it was.
Those were the days.
Have interest, I have not.
when commercialism wasn't just kind of left alone, it's like, yeah, we know Star Wars is this. We
Oh my
know
God,
it the
when
whole
all the
time.
when all the shameless shilling was outside the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I still cringe every time I see videos of stormtroopers like dancing at Disney, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Never
yeah.
never forget what was it the
and they did that before Disney bought them.
was it the Dance Dance Revolution Star Wars stuff?
No,
I mean,
they
they've
had.
done-
They
they've
had.
done-
they had
Oh, that
at Disney where
game.
they
Not
did
so.
No.
That was a mistake.
That was worse than Holiday Special.
That was a mistake.
At least George Lucas regrets Holiday Special.
George Lucas regrets a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
George Lucas
regrets a
sits
lot.
on his pile of money in his mansion, just like, what have I become?
Because he sits there and dries his tears with $100 bills.
You enjoy your You enjoy your Diet Cokes and your mall food, you sweet, sweet man.
Okay, is it true, and you guys probably know this better than I do, is it true that he originally sold the Star Wars theory because he believed in the Aztec calendar? That
Wait,
the world
what?
was going to end?
No.
Huh?
No? Okay. That
No.
was
I never
okay.
even
Then that
heard
was
that.
that-
Never heard
Right,
of it.
right. I know it's like this crazy urban legend, but that is the legend.
I mean,
is that
I
he sold
believe it, but
That
no.
sounds like
that he thought the world was going to end, so he sold it, and that's the only reason why he sold it to Disney.
that sounds like
I'm like,
something Alex Jones would go on about.
Yeah, I mean, if I legitimately thought it was the end of the world and I had access to the Star Wars brand, like, man, the shit I would pull off.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, it'd be Rise of
It's like-
Skywalker,
It's like,
but
so
at least George
Palpatine comes
but at
back.
least George Lucas would make it.
Jesus.
It all would be in one
Just-
movie though. Like the whole new trilogy would just happen in one movie, and then it's like it's just a joke, guys. It's like, oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Darth Vader
and then
wakes
he,
up.
and then he would try to remove it, but the internet's a thing, and you don't remove anything from the
No.
internet.
No.
Like, the fact that the holiday special is still a known quantity.
I'm surprised Disney Plus didn't try to put it on. But then again, they put
would
McClunky in
be
and blamed it on
hilarious.
George Lucas. I'm like, no. You could have not had that in there because
Yeah.
none of the other versions had that in
Yeah.
there.
No.
So
Disney
don't even-
pulled all the strings.
Don't even say,
Yeah, you
well,
can't.
George
You can't screw.
Lucas
No,
did-
you can't screw behind George Lucas at all because George Lucas again
Look,
offered that source material to them and said, "Hey, this is how
Yeah.
I see the story going." And like, yeah, that's great.
Here's
Scrap
the,
it.
look, it was
Scrap
my
it all.
friend's cat that shit on the couch. But are you gonna leave the shit on the couch or are you gonna clean it up?
here's the largest expanded universe in fiction history. We don't have any source material.
You know,
Yeah, bullshit,
I
yeah.
am used to like canon being discontinued in Star Wars because they discontinued Republic Commando
Oh,
after
absolutely.
they fucked over the author of that book series.
Yep.
But they were able to use they weren't able to use Delta Squad, but they're able to use the other squads, the Mega Squad, and
Yeah.
everybody else.
Whenever they
Well,
get,
yeah, no, they were able to use Delta Squad. They weren't able to use Mega Squad.
whenever we get that last season of Clone Wars.
Hey, I've watched them unfinished, and they're pretty good. Yeah, there's a whole new unit they introduced, the Bad Batch. and
Yeah.
that's pretty good. And then they reveal some other character shit about some of the earlier clones that died, and then they come back.
Yeah.
It's crazy how like a children's TV show can be
Oh,
far
dude,
more
the-
compelling, far more in depth.
Oh no, it's amazing.
The,
There's
the Darth Maul season alone is like insane.
they
where
turned
it
Darth
goes.
Maul into one of the most compelling characters in the franchise.
Go figure.
Yeah. And not because he's a tattooed devil that has a double-bladed lightsaber. He doesn't even hardly have a double-bladed lightsaber in the Clone Wars.
No.
Yeah, their race of people is actually really interesting in the game. By the way, the new one, you actually get to go to their planet and play and fight against their people and like.
Oh, in
it's
Dathomir?
It's fucking wild. Yeah.
Dude, this is
Yeah.
crazy. That episode was like, they made this for kids?
Yeah.
There's a roughly 4-minute video on YouTube of the Clone Wars for kids, and it's just every gruesome, awful thing that happens. In
You know,
All the
it's
terrible
like,
things.
not
like
Darth
that-
Maul, but it's like all the young Zabraks and the Night Witches are just cutting their
Yeah,
throats.
when-
It's like,
Yep.
you know, for kids.
When they lit Geonosians on fire, when Ahsoka decapitated 4 dudes at once.
Oh, no.
It's
The
pretty
best one,
badass.
when a main character does it, he's like, oh, so are you gonna kill? And then Anakin just... It's like, what? He was gonna blow up the ship?
Yeah, no, it's like,
yeah.
any of you who would kill me would be just as bad as, oh god, you killed me!
Oh, fuck! That's like a Team 4-star moment.
You know,
What?
it's funny that you guys mention stuff like this because when we were kids, we didn't notice things like that.
Anakin
But
is
then as
very
an
much
adult,
the
you go back and you
Vegeta of
watch, like,
Star
certain
Wars.
movies and stuff, and you're like, my god.
Yeah.
All
Dude,
kinds
the
of
first
adult content.
the first Star Wars, it's like, well, nowadays lightsabers cauterize the wound, but in the first Star Wars, he cuts a guy's arm off and bleeds all over the floor.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan just does not give a fuck.
No.
No.
Oh, they know you're a
Yeah,
Jedi
he's-
now. I don't give a fuck. He was fucking with my friend.
Mhm.
You know,
Your point.
honestly-
I offered to buy him a drink, and he was a dick. Fuck him.
He
He could
could-
lose his arm.
Like, that's the thing, he couldn't mind trick him or anything. Like, I had to cut this man's arm off. It's been like a decade since I used
That's
the
because
laser
it's
sword,
not
and I
his
used him
strong
to
suit.
laser.
Obi-Wan's
We're
strong
outta
suit
here
was actually in
anyway.
combat.
They don't know me, I live in the desert,
It was
fuck
not
'em.
in using the Force, and that's what's really interesting about their lightsabers is their lightsabers gives a clue into what their strong suits are as a Jedi.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan's
Mhm.
strong suit was fighting.
Yes.
It was not using the Force, and so yeah, if he's struggling with Force use, I mean that's true to his character.
Specifically defensive fighting.
Somebody somebody pointed out
That's what the guy
how
who cut the
like
arm off.
He was an old. That wasn't a
Hey,
fight.
that is
That was a
offensive
lesson.
behavior.
somebody
Sometimes you just gotta take the initiative. Yeah,
somebody pointed
Done.
out that,
Now we can't fight.
now you're done.
You know the problem with lightsabers? You can just turn it off and fuck the guy over. Like, I would actually love to see that. Like, you know, they're in those stupid clashes where it's like, oh, let me say dramatic
that's so
line.
true, and then
And
you
then it's just
click.
like, fuck you! You want to talk what shit?
Yeah, actually, yeah. We have yet
I
to see
still
that
like
in a
seeing
fight.
the gif of the two guys battle, or like they have their lightsabers, but they're force clicking them off together. So like, I do have a lightsaber. Oh yeah, okay, I clicked yours up. No, I clicked yours up. No.
Hey, let's have an agreement. We won't touch each other's lightsabers away. Okay. Oh, god damn it!
Like honestly, if you have that power, why are you
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
using that?
Actually,
I would
yeah,
be
that's a
making
really good
full-
point.
I am that sarcastic asshole. I am making that opportunity.
I'm gonna fight you!
And the fighting style of Count
Oh,
Dooku
God.
was so different because it actually emulates more of actual fencing style. That's why he was such a hard opponent to fight to begin with,
Yeah.
because his movement was considered just very wild, very different. Very different from what they mainly were training them on how to use these lightsabers. So when he comes at them, he's got this curved thing. You're like, what the fuck is
And
this?
it's like it
Yeah.
extends his reach because,
Yeah.
like in real life fencing, when you're fencing with a
Mhm.
rapier, you'll want your wrist to be flexible. And
Yep.
the point is to
Yeah.
get their sword out and then just get at an angle to get them in. And that's his fighting style.
Dude,
Yeah.
there was a guy that actually is a master fencer, and he's watching the Star Wars movies. He's like, my God. He's like, their swing movements are absolutely ludicrous. He's like, it's a light saber. Tap, singe, you know? It's like, you're coming at them sweeping and, you know, all this other nonsense. And it's like, their movements could have been very short, very calculated, very, very closely
yeah.
together, and shing,
But
done.
it's a spectacle.
They have these big,
Yeah.
like, swoops
It's
and
not as
twirls
fun
and
otherwise.
spins.
You're fighting with laser swords. Of course you're going to be over the top with it.
There's
Yeah, it definitely makes it a good, like, yeah,
That's
good visual.
my-
yeah,
like,
it makes
my-
it a good visual, yeah.
my favorite
fans, all to the
first-
fans, fan service.
That's why my favorite
Dramatic.
fighting style will always be Darth Treya from Knights of the Old Republic 2, who her entire style was, I'm an old lady, I'm going to stand here and levitate 3 lightsabers at you. Fuck off.
Some Doctor Strange shit where he has all the arms.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like,
General Kenobi. Oh fuck, she's using the Force for that one.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I love the first time Grievous ever shows up. He's fighting a bunch of Jedi in a ship. He takes one
Yeah.
down, grabs the
By
lightsaber
his
with
foot.
his
Yep,
foot.
No,
Like, ah!
Before that, he grabs a Jedi with his foot and yeets him across the room.
He eats 2 of them into the
He
ceiling.
does. He does. But then he's such a goddamn coward and he just takes off. You're like, oh, come on.
But he does it in the coolest, creepiest
he
way
does.
possible.
He does. Yep, of course.
Yeah.
He just skitters away.
He's fucking
He
amazing.
just skippers.
Yeah.
that noise I can't.
I know, right? It's like a chipmunk on steroids. Yeah, exactly.
Mouse man.
I'm in here. I got my nuts.
He's just chilling in his shadow base eating a giant
Chew it!
walnut.
Tyler, the real life Scrat from Ice Age.
Yeah, yeah.
I am the cause of global warming.
Oh my god.
I'm breaking that ice up so it can melt faster. Fuck this world. And fuck you, New Orleans.
Dude, the first
Great.
one was
Ouch.
so good.
Hold on, I like New Orleans. Let's not.
It smells like shit.
But it's lovely.
That's why you need to wash it every now and then.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Tidal wave.
There, we're clean. We're good for another couple of years.
I'm
Wash all
sorry.
the filth away.
I'm sorry. It's Nolans, because y'all gotta be French and take all the vowels and use none of them.
And then turn French into the slangiest of slangs that you
Croissant.
possibly could.
Croissant.
Their French has got a huge
Jared
southern
sent
drawl.
the instructions.
Wait, they speak
for us
French?
today.
They speak any language people speak?
I
I thought they
appreciate
just
his
grunted
confidence.
and
No.
grunted
Oh, I
and
know there's no
moaned
confidence.
in
It's
syllables.
Creole, but it's slang.
I know, the fact that he actually left us alone. In
He's
this
like,
house.
and
That
goodbye.
concerned me a little bit of time.
It's like, I kind of feel obligated to fuck with him, but, like, it's recorded, so.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
That's about 4.
It's like, here, we'll, especially since
Actually,
this is
I
the
had
live
a
one.
I had a cool idea. I thought it'd be cool, just kind of changing subjects. Otherwise, this will be Star Wars, the podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the Star Wars podcast.
Oh, you mean Red Letter Media?
Yeah. But I thought it might be a cool idea to say if you like coffee or tea or neither, and what you like to have in it. So if you like to have it with milk or sugar or stevia or whatever you'll fancy, or soy. So take it away. Coffee or tea?
I have never drunk coffee.
Okay.
I have no intent to. I occasionally enjoy tea.
I don't
think
want to
it's
see
plain.
you on coffee.
No.
I really
Yeah,
don't.
would
that might
be
be
It's a terrible
frightening.
idea.
Oh, so you must have a plethora of energy already.
Yes.
Okay, so seeing you on coffee would be like
Yeah.
actually it would shut you down.
Would it?
Yeah,
Might be
yeah.
too much.
If you already have that high and naturally you're just go like scrap, then yes, if you were to have caffeine, it would actually shut you down.
Can never be sure.
Kids on ADD that have caffeine, that just shuts them down.
I'm not that bad.
Boom, done.
I'm
I
just-
didn't think you were.
I'm just very emphatic about certain things. The rest of the time, I just sit here quietly and judge people.
So what kind of tea do you like?
Like
Sir, what kind of tea do you like?
primarily just green. I'm not a fancy person,
Okay, yeah, green tea, good for the soul.
and
good for the skin.
not as often as I probably should.
Okay. How about you, milady? Coffee, tea, or neither?
I've had a bit of both. I'm not a huge fan of coffee, but like when my mom begs me to get her coffee in the morning, which happens a lot more often than it should. My mom is obsessed. I'll go to like Dunkin' Donuts and get like frozen coffees with like chocolate in them. Those are pretty
fun.
good. I've had some tea. I have a really nice like peach tea that's like
Oh yeah.
I like that one. That one's really nice.
That's actually my son's favorite. He loves
It's a
peach
Lipton brand. It's really nice. I like that one.
Nice. I am a coffee drinker. I'm also a tea drinker. I do pour over coffee every single day. And actually, I should say my boyfriend makes it every single day because he gets up before I do. So I'm very blessed and very thankful that he makes the coffee every morning. But we do pour over because it doesn't taste as bitter and it's not as harsh. And I just have my coffee with milk. My tea depends on the tea. Chai, obviously milk and sugar, and regular tea, just regular with honey. How about you, sir?
I prefer tea. I jump between black and green tea, and I drink that shit like Mary Poppins with a spoonful of sugar.
Very nice.
I
I'm just
appreciate
kidding.
that
There's a
reference.
lot more sugar than that.
Yeah. Do you ever
I
have
still
it with
appreciate
a touch of
reference.
whiskey?
What?
Do you ever have it with a touch of whiskey?
A little bit. I don't do it too often. I might consider that though.
That's a very English thing.
Now
A
that
little
I'm
whiskey
thinking
in
about
your
it.
tea. Yes.
I might try it now.
Oh, yeah.
I had
Black tea though, it wouldn't probably taste very good.
Yeah,
with
probably
tea.
with green tea
Yeah.
it might be better. No, I had a roommate who was ranting at me about green tea because apparently, according to this expert right-wing Reddit user, green tea emasculates you and makes you more feminine. I'm like, how the fuck am I still growing a beard then? Because I drink gallons of that shit.
Do they have any
Yeah,
like
see,
factual
without it,
basis
it
on
would be
that?
like.
A Reddit post. So no,
Mm.
they
Yeah.
do not.
I was gonna say I don't. Really
I was gonna
trust
say,
a
like,
lot
I'm
of
just
stuff
curious.
you're really gonna read on Reddit. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Really.
No.
He also rants about how supposedly when you have an overabundance and use of plastics, you'll get these chemicals called phytoestrogens that'll make you more and more feminine. Like I said, I've been using this stuff.
Overabundance of
I'm
plastic,
getting
that's
from this that
interesting.
he has some masculinity issues.
Yes.
Now I do know that soy can rob you of some of your testosterone.
See, yeah,
Sure.
That is
but
true.
I don't have an overabundance. I mean, no, I actually did.
Sorry
A
if
lot
you're
of-
a manly man who's lactose intolerant.
Well, I mean, you can have almond and breast milk. There's other alternatives to soy.
Mhm.
I mean, soy does taste probably the best out of the three. So, but
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
told cashew milk is really good.
Actually, you're right. Cashew
Somebody
milk is
told me
really
that.
good.
I think it was Brittany that might have told me
It's
that.
very high in protein.
Actually, it
too.
was Brittany. We were talking about it on New
I was
Year's.
given that info yesterday.
Unfortunately,
Don't
though,
remember
it is
Fresh
kind of on the pricey side, but it's not too bad.
I'm not a fan of any nut juice.
Mm.
It's not milk. Nut doesn't have titties.
The worst part about being a vegan is having to wake up in the morning to milk the almonds.
That's a Weird Al song waiting to happen.
That was a fantastic meme that I saw, God, years ago. And it's the same one of the girl, and she's like crying. God, I love it.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. I'm into discipline with a Bible in my hand and a beard in my chin. If You all finished all my chores and you finished thine. Then tonight we're gonna party like it's 1699.
Hey, whatever happened to Weird Al, by the way?
He's actually coming to Orlando pretty soon.
He's coming to MegaCon.
You know who else
Oh,
is actually
boy.
coming to town?
Oh,
I don't know if
I'm
you
so
guys like
excited.
comedians,
meet
but
Weird
Chad
Al.
Daniels is actually
Yeah, that's
coming
an
into town
album.
as well. and
Chad
he's
Daniels?
pretty fucking funny.
Really?
Yes. Him and Dan Cummins, man. Him and Dan Cummins, they're absolutely hysterical.
I know Brandon Fraser is fixing to come down as well.
My
Hmm.
baby. I love him.
I know. I actually want to get. If I go to MegaCon, I need to get with a group to meet him.
Man, I haven't been to MegaCon
Hi,
in
me.
years.
I need to go to Universal to get the Revenge of the Mummy stuff so I can sign something from that.
Oh, there you
that's
go.
exciting.
Yeah, doesn't Pop Art have that? That store down there, Pop Art. They
They got
Possibly.
rid of, I think, Pop Art. I don't
Did
think
they?
What? That was like my favorite thing on City Walk.
They got rid of a store.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember if it's Pop Art. Which one's Pop Art? Where is Pop Art?
Pop Art is it's almost the walkway to the Universal section. It's
Mhm.
going to be there on the right. Just it's either before or after that
They
big
might-
news station restaurant or whatever.
I think they might have gotten rid of it. Then.
Yeah, because
Damn.
they have
Dude,
that
City Walk.
pick store that's like the
Why does
cheesy
it not
Japanese
stop
stuff.
falling?
Yeah.
And then there's a store right before that they just completely like got rid of
City Walk
everything.
is beyond recognition for
Yeah.
me.
They've been
Like,
changing it. They've been upgrading things. They've been getting rid
Even
of some
Disney
things.
Springs, when I first went there, versus what they look like now, is
Yeah, it's
different.
drastically different. Actually,
I think
speaking of
my
which, I'm having my birthday's on the 21st, and so the following weekend I'm having my birthday out at the Edison.
Nice.
Mm.
So it's a 1920s themed restaurant,
It
and they
looks-
do live music and swing dancing on the weekends.
I heard
so.
the food was good, and
Oh, yeah.
it looks really nice on the
I have
outside.
been
Honestly, the
going
drinks are on
to
par.
Disney Springs for years and have yet to go to the end.
Yeah,
It's
same.
amazing.
Well,
it's really,
when
really
it
It
first
just
opened,
opened, though.
it like the popularity exploded. So I
Yeah.
didn't
Sure.
really get in.
Yeah, so I avoid
So I'm
it.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
same,
I'm just going
same.
to enjoy I'm enjoying it from afar,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm just going to avoid it like the plague.
me,
Mhm.
me and my mom are gonna try to do. Speaking of crowded Disney things, we're gonna attempt to do the.
Y'all heard that too.
Yeah.
News. That's a door
Hello,
closing.
guests.
It's a new.
Yeah, right.
Me and my mom are gonna try to do the new Star Wars thing. We're talking about waking up at 4:30 in the morning to get a damn
Oh,
reservation for that
Jesus.
thing.
No.
Because it's like that.
No.
No.
You literally have to set a reservation just to ride it, and I'm like,
Have fun.
See,
I'm doing that once, and that is it.
yeah, like I'm just of the opinion, like if you're gonna have to wait in the line for like that long to do a thing, is it even worth it? The amount
It's
of
like-
time it actually takes.
It's
With-
not anymore. Like, and maybe when I was younger and I was 16, sure, I had the patience to maybe sit around in line for an
Mhm.
hour and a half and do that. But as an adult now, my boyfriend and I were celebrating our anniversary out in we had tickets someone had given us. We were out at Animal Kingdom and we wanted to do the Pandora stuff. Tried to look and see if we could schedule something beforehand. Couldn't do it. We looked at the wait time. It was damn near 2 hours, and we looked at each other and we're like,
Was this
"It's-
over the
It's
holiday?
not worth it. No,
Oh.
no,
So
it wasn't.
it got really
was
bad
either-
over the
mm-mm,
holiday.
No,
Our
I
anniversary was
Yeah.
100 minutes, and I was like,
That
I
place-
think
yeah.
I think I
It
might
was
have
like
the
265,
most
275, something like
absurd
that.
version of this, where every year for their holiday parties, Full Sail goes crazy, and for the past couple of years, they've been basically buying out bits of Universal parks.
Yeah,
for
I'm
their
not
parties.
surprised. I'm not
So
surprised.
this last one, they did Islands of Adventure.
okay.
That
sounds
was
familiar.
like after a certain hour, it was just cleared out, only Full Sail people.
Yep.
You
What?
could walk
Wow.
straight through the lines, like as
Who,
far as it
who
takes.
got to enjoy this?
Employees.
Okay,
Jesus.
that makes
Yeah.
sense
So if
then.
you want to ride the new Hagrid ride, you need to work for Full Sail.
Okay, here's the thing.
Mhm.
So, we did a bunch of rides in the group that I was with.
Yeah.
Wandered over in the Harry Potter direction just to see what was going on. Looked over at the Hagrid ride. 90-minute wait.
Jesus.
Just Full Sail people.
Yep.
Because everyone
I,
wanted to
Yeah,
do
because
it.
everyone wanted to do it.
Inevitable.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
and
but,
honestly,
like,
that's probably the
compared to
best wait you'll
two-
ever see. Yeah.
Compared to like 2.5 hours, 90 minutes is not that bad.
Yeah.
I just
But-
want to. I just want to
still.
see. I just
And
wanna see.
in a situation where literally every other ride, you walk up and you're done. In the time it would take people to
Mhm.
do that, we did every other thing at that park we wanted
You
to.
know, Kong isn't that bad of a ride either. Kong was
not.
actually pretty good.
That was
I
fun.
I
liked
have
it.
yet to
Kong
do
is
that.
good.
Kong
Fast
is
and
really good.
Furious is terrible.
Fast and Furious was absolutely fucking terrible.
Didn't touch
I
it.
second that.
Went on the
It
Hulk
was
for the first
fucking
time.
garbage.
That was
The
good.
Fast and the Furious ride.
What did they actually do? Like,
Yeah, the Hulk was
All right,
amazing.
so
that
you-
actually was the
the
very first
Kong
ride that I
ride,
rode that flipped up.
They took that
Yeah.
and
Years
they
ago.
made it Fast and
That was
Furious.
rough.
Yeah, but
That's it.
shittier. But shittier.
crappier.
And honestly, like, I know it's not my eyesight. Sure, I'm getting old, but goddamn, everything was fucking fuzzy. I'm like, it's 2019. You know, it's last
Accurate,
year.
okay?
That just
Everything was fuzzy. I hated that.
Yeah.
And I know I have bad eyesight, but
Yeah,
like I don't
yeah.
have that bad
that
eyesight.
just reminds me of a Lewis Black bit where it's
And I'm like, what are you fucking charging people for? This shit?
that
Come
just-
on.
It just
It's no wonder teenagers sit on the rides and they're like, shh, they're just looking at their
Yeah.
phone.
it just reminded me. It's like reminded me of a Lewis Black bit. It's like I got a shitty idea, and then this next person, I'm gonna make it shittier.
And like I will firmly admit, I am not the biggest fan of the Fast and Furious movies because there's too many of them.
Yeah, I second
Good
that.
God, stop!
Y'all should have stopped at 3. It would have
Well,
been fine
that's-
at 3 and it would have been great.
That's what everybody says about the Marvel movies too.
Beat
I've
dead
seen
horse.
the only Fast and Furious movie I have seen, like aside from the
Okay,
first
with more
one, I
Marvel
watched
movies,
the first
ones
one.
are actually fucking
I got
decent.
maybe
Exactly.
3/4 of the way through it before I could get to the end. I was like, okay, I can't really. I
You know
don't
what one
I
I
had
do?
to pause the first one.
You know what one I do want to see though? The one with The Rock and
Hobbs and Shaw.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
do want to see.
great.
I do want to see that one
It's
because
fucking
it looks
stupid,
so
and I love
stupid.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down for that. And what
Idris Elba's the villain. It's just like
Yeah,
this-
okay,
this
that
is
one's fine.
great.
I
How
have
about
no
the
problem.
cock tease of Harold the Duck and then nothing? Here we are, like what, 4 or 5 years later? Nothing.
Yep.
And like honestly, not
You
like
got hit
he's
with the snap.
yeah, not like he's. Let me save you guys from that one. Ha! There we go.
You're welcome.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
See-
well, now that I think about it, this plan wasn't that bad.
Are we talking about Howard the Duck?
Howard the Duck, not sorry,
I
not
was gonna
Harold
say,
the
wait,
Duck.
We need
Howard
it.
the Duck.
I'm
Oh, no,
going
no, no,
along
no, no,
with this
no.
conversation. My brain's going, Harold? Who's Harold?
Harold.
I was thinking
The
that's
Harold.
it.
It's his less popular cousin.
Yeah.
That's the movie we're getting.
Totally straight
See,
laced.
that's how long it's been. I
What's
can't even
his
remember
name?
his name.
No, you remember like DuckTales and you've got
No,
Scrooge
no, no, no.
McDuck, you've got Donald Duck,
And
then
then
you
you
got
got Howard the
green,
Duck.
the older green duck that I can't remember his name, but it's like Mallard or something. Is that's
Yes.
Then you have duck tits. Woo! Thank you, Nostalgia Critic, for putting that nightmare in my head. See, the
Like
reason
the
they didn't.
internet hadn't already.
The reason they didn't do Howard the Duck because they don't have the original director. They need that vision of George Lucas to make Howard the Duck happen again.
That's a good point.
Because I want to see some duck tits when he's flying through an apartment.
Well, now we know what JJ's next program is.
Are the tits gonna
God.
have lens flare on them?
Yes.
So we don't have to see the tits.
Actually, it
Everything else
It
will
won't be
less
Howard the
fun.
Duck because God forbid we have a male lead character. It's going to be like Harlot the Duck.
Oh my god, that'll be Birds of Prey.
Oh. No, that'll be the
Remember-
cameo.
No, you gotta remember it's gonna be the DC make of it, so it's gonna be Harley Quinn the Duck. That's
Oh.
right, I can go there.
See,
Oh, God.
I actually tried checking out the new one they have out, and
Which? The cartoon?
yeah, it's being adult just to be adult.
Mm,
That's how I feel
I haven't
about
seen it.
It is. It has a
Like-
certain kind of comedy that I have found myself really enjoying. But I can also see how it's like, if that's not what you're there for,
Mhm.
then
See, I did go there for that. I'm like, I'm like,
there are hit and miss. I will say
Yeah.
some episodes hit way better than others
See,
do.
the moments I did enjoy, and this isn't spoilers if anybody knows anything about Joker and Harley, they play with that relationship. I'm like, these parts I appreciate because that just tells me you actually know about their dynamic.
Yes.
You're not doing the stupid Suicide Squad thing where like, oh,
Yeah.
she's in love and
Mhm,
he's
mhm.
abusing him. Like, yeah, that's the obvious part, but you're
Yeah.
not like really getting why she likes him in the first place.
That's true. That's
And
really
what
true,
I
'cause there's
do-
a psychological
What I
thing
do
behind it.
like about this show, though, is it does explore how her infatuation does get in the way of some realities that do happen.
Yes.
So I do enjoy it for those reasons. So that's why I'm like, I don't hate it, but some of the humor's just really missed for me.
I will say that hit or miss, I love pretty much everything about this incarnation of Poison Ivy.
I do like this.
Like
Poison
this,
Ivy.
everything about it, just snarky, done with all of your shit on arrival.
It reminds me a little bit of Hazbin Hotel, but the only reason it has is because the same criticism that got leveled towards it. I'm like, yeah, I think this is just adult for the sake of being adult, but
Yeah.
Speaking of the world's greatest villain, how did we like Joker?
Yes.
Same.
Yeah, I'm gonna cap of no.
Why?
Yeah. I want to know why.
I thought the plot was really And I know they were trying to go for the unreliable. That's the director going, "What the fuck did you say?" See,
Joaquin butts to the door.
hey, I liked your acting. The acting was actually pretty
Yeah,
fucking
the
great
acting
in
was
it.
fucking
No,
spot on. My
it was
God.
very spot
Well,
on.
he just won. He just won an award.
It was
for
a
that.
character.
He should.
Fuck
he
yeah,
should.
fuck yeah, he should. He needs to win
But
again.
the writing of it and the plot direction of it, like they were going for the unreliable narrator, and
Yes.
it could be that I'm just not a fan of that format.
A lot of the time I don't like that. I literally yesterday watched a movie from 2018 called Annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of sci-fi one. It features Natalie Portman, and by the end of it, it's like,
It's doomed to failure.
well, by the end of it, it's like, oh yeah, unreliable narrator. So who knows what of this actually happened? But it works with the Joker because
There was a consistency to it.
You show up with the expectation of this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
might have
that's
just
true.
been
That's
I
true.
was not a fan of this iteration of Joker, but I'm like, I definitely can see why people appreciate it, but I think it did get overhyped for me.
Oh man, it was so fucking good.
But it did give a good portrayal on how society treats mental illnesses, and
I think
It does, and I like that because it really shined a really good light on it, on how like we really do need to pay more attention to people that actually have these unique diseases and stuff like that, and to not let them fall between the cracks. So I don't think it was a bashing towards people with mental illnesses, and I don't think it encourages people with mental illnesses either. And entirely the opposite. And that's why I find this movie to be so masterfully done, because my God, I just thought it was so excellently delivered.
It is a touch up on a little bit of class warfare too, as well.
Oh yes.
Just with Thomas Wayne doesn't really give a shit about Gotham.
No.
He's just running to be a politician.
Yeah.
And I will say I like the fact that we got that, if only because a lot of the time, especially in the more recent stuff, it's like the Waynes had some dark history. They had some dark past.
Yeah,
like,
and then there's no explanation.
Bruce became such a good
And then
guy
we
because
saw
of
it.
Alfred.
Yeah, and then we actually get to see.
And for entirely legitimate reasons, like my son is being threatened by a fucking lunatic. Of course I'm gonna hate him.
Here's the thing I didn't like about it. I kind of wish there wasn't so much Batman incorporated into it. Because I feel like when Joker was talking to Bruce Wayne, it was like, hey, by the way, this is a Batman film. Like, I could watch it on my own and infer that myself instead of,
but it's
hey,
also,
by the way.
I liked that dynamic of him going and talking to.
It's also one of those
Leon
conceits
Bruce.
of the setting of like, you can't not address it.
Yeah.
I thought it was...
The Joker is here. What are the Waynes doing
No.
now?
Here's what I like.
Yeah.
Here's what I did like, though. The way they died was caused by his shit.
It was poetic. Yeah.
So it's like, I did like that.
And I like that it wasn't Joker that shot them, because I thought initially I was like, oh, they're gonna actually have him.
That.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they didn't. I'm glad it was somebody else, but it was definitely very well done in the sense of, yes, he was the cause of the riot. He was the cause of the city going the way it crumbled.
I might actually.
And they're saying that he is, if you're looking at kind of like the universe and the timelines, he's the successor to the oh gosh, what's his name? Everybody else's favorite Joker.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
The Heath Ledger Joker. Yeah, he's the predecessor.
I hate how people just say that argument, like he's just a different Joker. And
No. But the way that they explain it is that, you know, in the movies that Heath Ledger's in as Joker, he's not actually the bad guy. If you sit down and you look at the actual psychological side behind it, it's actually the opposite. He's actually trying to save the city, and again, that just goes back to, you know,
what
Joaquin's version of the Joker.
What Heath Ledger also does with his actions is he's also trying to show how evil people can really be.
Yeah.
Joaquin's character wants to start to show that, but just isn't experienced enough to do so. While
which
Heath
is why
Ledger's
I think
can mind fuck you.
I think a better way of saying it is Ledger's is in a situation and has the mindset to show people the monstrousness of humanity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Joaquin Phoenix's is
he's coming into his own.
He is
a result of the terrible nature of humanity.
Yeah.
He is a symptom of it.
Absolutely.
I did enjoy the scene where he just killed those all three of Donald Trump's children. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
And that was too fucking funny. Like, did you do this on purpose?
Oh no!
Did you Kaylee Griffin this shit?
There's one interview where we're like, we really want to have that kind of political side against it,
Yeah.
where they made Thomas Wayne a little bit Trump.
He's basically Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Just
remember
less
that. I do
orange
remember
and looks
seeing
more like a human.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
He's a believable character.
Oh, Donald Trump is real.
The
Very,
Onion
very
just
real.
runs out of
I mean, is he,
articles because
though?
they can't get any more
Regretfully.
ridiculous.
Regretfully, he's very.
He exists, but is he real?
Honestly, I know he's brash, but honestly, he's the most realist person we've ever had because he's not a politician. So what you see really is what you get.
It is.
What you see is what you
That
get.
is
with
the
him.
sad part.
I am absolutely fascinated to see where the American political system goes after Trump.
It's still going.
I mean, we are in
Well,
the best
we don't-
economy
Again,
we've ever been
regretfully.
in.
What's the French national anthem? We will have your blood. We'll water the field with your blood. Something like that.
Just put the Soviet Union's national anthem at full blare.
See, I'm not a fan of the communism parts.
No,
Yeah,
they just have a
same.
good theme song.
Oh,
Yeah. Not a fan of
this is a
communism
funny
either.
thing that happened. I was editing a video for Aaron for one of his Let's Plays, and I decided let's use the Soviet national anthem because that's good to use in funny situations.
Oh yeah, didn't it get copyrighted?
No,
He
but
got so
But
triggered.
communists!
He got so triggered. It was so funny because he's messaging our group
Communists!
chat and he's like, "You all are not gonna believe this crap."
We got copyright struck by communists! No, you don't get to participate. You do not get money. Go
Wait.
back to your not having money part.
Was it communist or was
No.
it Sony?
It was Sony.
it was.
That was right. I was like, was it Sony that
It was
took it
Sony.
down?
But I'm
Yeah.
just like,
I
you
But
can't
I'm
sue me for communist shit.
I'm just laughing because
what
Sony
the-
has the rights to
I
it.
know,
I know,
forget what the
right?
comment is. Isn't it the best possible thing? Like the legacy of the Soviet Union, like
Dancing
the
on the
ideal
grave
of
of
communism.
Lenin.
The ideal of communism is now copyrighted by.
Well, the funny thing is, like, they might own the performance of that song, but that song is public domain.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
But that's what the
you
artist.
use the performance.
Although I've had companies before that lied about owning the performance of it, because it was a William Tell overture,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
do you actually own this? So I looked through their soundtrack. They didn't own it. I'm like, I'm gonna dispute you fuckers, and they backed off. Because it's like, you don't own it. Fuck off. Quit trying to intimidate people.
We,
It was a-
li-
it
we
was a-
live in such a stupid time.
And it was a Chinese company too, of
Of course it was. Yes. William Tell.
Yeah, it's a public domain fucking thing, and they're trying
Yes.
to say we own it. Fuck you. Fuck that bitch. This is America. Oh, I heard actually. I don't know if y'all know who Bert Kreischer is.
No.
Mm-mm.
Y'all gotta watch it after this. But he told a funny ass story, and apparently he's a comedian that told this story about how he was involved with the Russian mob on a college trip, and that's being made into a movie now.
Yay.
He's a guy from Florida State that got involved with the Russian mafia. He didn't learn Russian. That was a class he was going for. And he learned Russian fucking around with the mob.
Okay, I was going to say.
Well, alrighty then.
I was like, if you
Okay.
pal around with the Russian mafia and still don't learn Russian, what are you doing?
No, he learned.
Yeah, that's a valid.
He learned
statement.
it like halfway through. He's like, wait a minute. I understand the language, not through flashcards, but robbing shit with the mob. I got cheese. Get the bread. I already know that one. Get the money. What? Get the fucking money. And then that's when I realized I was robbing a train hooked on phonic style. He's really funny.
Hook
Yeah,
it
yeah.
on.
The American education
Phonics.
system at work.
You guys know Brian Regan? His hooked on phonics joke.
Mm.
Hook it on. Phonics. Oh man, say something. You can't let it go out like that.
Today, Junior.
Oh Lord. All
Lordy,
right.
lordy.
What else have we been up to?
I don't like the back and forth on the weather. I guess we can talk about that.
God.
I would rather it be cold. Honestly, I'm okay with.
Today,
I
Nice
don't
and
care what it
frigid.
is. I just wanted to pick a freaking temperature.
today it was like, what's the weather? Yes.
My freaking immune system cannot handle the rapid change
Yeah,
from hot to
seriously.
cold.
You know,
All right, I can't deal with
honestly,
this.
I don't know how I've survived all this, but I really have. I've really survived all of the fucking holiday season, and I
I-
work in
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the masses. And my God, I don't know how I survived it.
You know,
And so that
wake
coffee.
up with 30-degree weather. Go to lunch at 100-degree weather.
By the time you come home, it's like 60 again. You're like, make up your mind.
I had a freaking head cold all last week because they decided, oh, all right, at the beginning of the week it's going to be kind of warm, and then suddenly freaking cold, and I'm like, can you make up your mind?
No.
That's all I want.
I just wanted to be consistent.
It's
with Paul,
like-
just be consistent.
It's like
You
Elsa,
don't live in Florida for consistency.
I don't live
it's
in
like
Florida
Elsa
by choice
escapes,
anyway.
and then they take her again. It's like, no, go back, and then she gets out. No, go back. Fucking stop.
Oh
Stop
my
listening to
God.
the voices. You're crazy.
Yep.
I still have yet to see that movie.
Same. I
Which
haven't
one?
seen the second one.
The second Frozen.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Oh.
it either.
It's
that one's pretty good. I
It's
actually
quite
like
good.
Yeah.
The big movie song is a lot better in this one.
Interesting. Okay.
It's so funny.
I like the music
so,
in the last one too.
So with this movie, like it wasn't advertised as, but like it was advertised, but it wasn't like blown up as much as the first one.
I don't know.
So like the second, like the aftermath, like after everybody saw it, it didn't blow up as
Oh
much.
yeah,
as
it
It's
didn't
more
take
serious,
it didn't
right?
take
It's
over
a
the
lot more
theaters.
serious.
I
There's
like
more
that, yeah.
detail in the background of the characters, and I really enjoyed that.
Yes.
And yes, the music is
Good.
fire. I'm obsessed with the album. Just saying, would you stop breaking the microphone?
I don't
It's
know
gonna
what
kill
I'm
you.
doing.
I actually didn't watch the movie, but they were playing the song at work, and I'm like, this is really awesome.
Yeah,
I do want to see the story behind this.
Brendan Urie's cover of the main
Oh
song
my
is
god, the
pretty
man
fucking
builds
good.
for America, and it is glorious.
Who
I love Brendan Urie.
That is
who is
America's
it?
voice.
No, Sven is the reindeer.
Yes.
Yes.
Who-
Yes.
Kristoff.
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 His
Sven.
moment
And who's the
is
Sven?
beautiful.
I strictly call that Kristoff's power ballad.
Okay.
Do you know any 80s power ballad?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
All of
Kristoff's
them.
only song in this entire movie.
Okay.
The only
Oh,
one that I've ever.
shit.
He actually
Alright.
gets like a 4-minute song, 4 or 5
I mean,
minute
I
song.
consider
Nice.
Danny from Game Grumps to
And
be
it
the
is-
embodiment of
it is an
80s
80s power
ballad.
ballad.
Damn right.
It is
You
an
could
80s power
imagine
ballad.
him writing
Yeah,
this song.
absolutely.
It's like-
Absolutely, yeah.
I do want to.
I
Sorry.
didn't
With
know
his
it
flowing
existed
hair.
going into the movie. I could not stop
I knew it
laughing.
existed because
Oh my
I started
God.
listening to the soundtrack before the movie even came out because it came out and I was like, I have to listen to this. I have to because my best friend Brittany, who was supposed to be here,
No, some stuff came up with
some
her.
stuff
That.
came up with her,
Yeah.
yeah. But she cosplays Anna, so I cosplay Elsa,
Yeah.
and so she's
You are
obsessively.
Elsa.
Especially after this movie.
Yeah. No, that ending dress is the first cosplay I have for this year. I'm
I
planning it.
cannot wait.
I'm doing this.
I can like
You
just
hear that, Brittany? If you're watching this right now, we have to do that one first.
just at the very end with her reactions to like seeing all the other stuff, and it's just like
I have the little
I
lizard.
felt that with you.
I have the little plush lizard. I have it.
Oh.
It's a little salamander. He's a fire
Yeah.
salamander. I want a real one, so if someone can find me something that looks like that,
I
but
can
real.
get you a lizard and light it on fire.
Hey.
Okay, I didn't mean the fire
That is
part, but I meant the
inhumane.
cuteness of the lizard part. But
Oh yeah,
that's
no, that's easy.
She wants a mini dragon.
Yeah,
I
pretty
want one
much.
of those too. So
Here.
like a mini
Komodo.
dragon,
I got you.
I'm down.
I
got
got
you
you
a
a
gecko.
Komodo dragon. Here you go.
Bitch,
got
that's
you.
aggressive.
It's aggressive, but I would cuddle it. No,
Yeah.
I
That-
work with alligators. I'd
Actually-
cuddle it. It's fine.
Bearded dragons are great for cuddling.
Yes,
They
I
are.
love bearded dragons.
Fantastic. They're
I
big
love
animals.
bearded dragons. I've owned many of them since I was about 7 to 9 years old.
One of our friends have a bearded dragon right now.
Chris, yep,
Yeah.
he's got
The
one.
first time I ever saw them was in high school, and my marine biology teacher had a pair of them, and she would let us just hold them during class. It was
Yeah.
fucking
They're
phenomenal.
They're the
All of us
most-
passed with flying colors. too.
They're one of the chillest reptiles
They
out
are.
there.
They really are.
If you get them as a pet.
And they love cuddling.
No. If you see them in the wild, because I've seen videos because they live in Australia and I haven't been
Yes.
to Australia.
Oh,
Dream,
so yeah,
but
they
have
have
not
that
been
fighting
there.
Australia spirit.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like
say,
everything else in Australia.
Question one:
Oh.
why are you in Australia? 2: why are you antagonizing the wildlife in Australia?
You don't have to. It's the
You
funny
don't
thing
need
is,
to
There's something more
antagonize.
Australian than that giant spider from Australia, and you're just like,
And it flies.
Well,
Stop
look at
it,
it this
John.
way: they're probably not around, given that they all burned to death.
Well, speaking of that,
No,
24
they
people
don't.
got arrested for lighting an entire continent on fire.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
can I light them on fire? Like, is that allowed?
That's
I
probably-
will fly to Australia to light these
They're
people
probably
on fire.
getting the electric chair without the sponge.
Mm.
They'll be on fire at the end.
Or during.
Jesus.
I hope you have a really good meal because that'll really affect the execution.
Yeah.
Oh, this one had a top. Oh, he had Mexican. Okay. Oh, this one smells like cake.
Mm.
Oh, the methane.
It smells like that Chili's molten lava cake. Now I'm hungry.
Jesus, yeah.
This one had corn.
I wonder back in the day, right, when they were burning witches at the stake, at what point was it like, it smells like barbecue? You know?
Why do you think they kept doing it?
I hope during the Salem witch. Actually, I'm gonna make this a skit. I hope in the Salem witch trials, one of them ate a bunch of corn, so when they burned her, popcorn just out of her mouth. It's like she is a witch.
Okay, wait. Now I want anyone that is one of those like fire breather dudes to swallow a bunch of popcorn or corn.
No,
like
swallow
this.
fire or swallow a bunch of
Have a bunch of corn kernels in your mouth,
and then
fire. So then instead of breathing fire, you are breathing popcorn.
There is no way to do that safely.
No, there is
No.
No, but it would be
Well,
really
fire
funny.
dancing ain't safe. There's a degree of safety, but it's still fire.
You can calculate that though.
Yeah.
You can't calculate random kernels popping.
Okay, I'm still curious though. How do they keep their lips from catching on fire?
Probably some kind
With
of
the
special
popcorn or
chemical.
fire breathing in
No,
general.
fire breathing.
You know, when I eat popcorn, my
We're not
lips
talking about
catch on
popcorn,
fire.
No, the fire breathing in general, honestly. Jesus.
Hey,
Well, so
If you're-
fire is created with oxygen.
Correct.
Mhm.
So when you put it in an enclosed space, the oxygen is cut, and that's when the fire cuts.
Mhm.
Correct. However, it is also a liquid that they have in their mouth,
Correct.
so the flame could travel back.
Yeah.
as long as you have your mouth in the correct formation,
I knew he did the rest of it, so I was
I
like,
was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say,
say,
yeah.
and you're breathing out.
By all means, we have an
So I
expert, yeah?
It
I
is
should be
nice
sucking
away
dick.
from your flesh.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
I mean, listen. If you do
I mean,
that,
I did ask how to do
can't
it, so.
guarantee you're not going to catch on fire.
I don't suggest facial hair, I'm assuming.
Well, we'll be terrible at
Actually, I
this.
have seen a fire breather with a full like burly like caveman beard and like mustache combo.
That is
Like
a
this dude
well-seasoned
looked like
fire
the
breather.
biggest hipster I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
entire life.
You know what's
But he was a pretty bomb
By
fire breather.
Odin's
Like,
beard.
And
You
to be
know-
fair, it keeps a lot of the heat off your skin.
You know what's
Oh,
really
interesting.
crazy? You remind me of Big Bearded Dude with fire. It's just like weird history fact.
okay.
Blackbeard, when he was fighting other pirates, this crazy motherfucker would put cannon fuses within his beard, light the bitches on fire, jump on deck, and act like a fucking maniac.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's where the berserker comes from. Because, yeah, wasn't it like a supplement or something that they used to take? Because there was actually a
Yeah.
group of people called the berserkers.
Yes.
And that was their tactic too, was to act super crazy while they
They
ran into battle.
ingested.
But they were on something.
They
yeah.
ingested drugs, stripped
Yeah.
naked, and then
Yep.
ran at you with axes.
Weird enough,
Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. went into that. And I'm like, out of all
Yeah,
the
they did.
shows to go
Yeah.
into this,
Yeah.
this is kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then season 2 happened. And I'm like,
I was gonna say I only saw like the first half of season 1, so I don't even.
Well,
know
it's the first
much about
episode where they're going after Thor's.
It gets redundant.
artifact.
It gets so fucking
Yeah.
redundant with
Oh,
the
that
hive
one.
and like
Okay,
they just they
yeah.
keep,
Yeah,
they
it's
keep
first
going
episode.
back to the same
What,
character,
you
the same
don't like
bad guy.
Hydra being the result of aliens?
It's not
Aliens.
everywhere.
So, that guy must have got so much vindication in the Marvel universe.
Jesus.
I was
Christ.
fucking telling you guys.
The whole time.
Aliens.
It was all aliens.
And then Thanos, oh god, he should have made a cameo in Endgame. Aliens.
he's getting dusted.
Aliens.
Yep.
Aliens.
Yep.
Oh, the best meme that came out in Infinity War was Tony Stark's like morning Spider-Man, but then Deadpool was a vacuum sucking him up. And I
missed
think
that
he's
one.
dressed like Freddie Mercury going, another one bites dust.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that movie like 2 or 3 times. The first time I cried
Yeah.
because Spider-Man. Why Tom Holland? Why?
Why are you such a good actor? And why are you
The second
sexy?
time I was still kind of like sad about it, but I didn't bawl my eyes out like I did the first time. But
Yeah.
then the third time, I will not lie, low-key under my breath, I started singing Another One Bites the Dust. I'm mad at myself for it, but I did it.
I
anyway.
would be disappointed if you didn't do that at some point.
You know what I was thinking the entire
Another
time?
one down. Another one down.
Well,
another one bites dust.
Here's the worst part. That was when I saw it with my mom. And she goes, and she heard it, and I was trying so hard to make it so she didn't hear me, but she heard me, and I literally, you can hear in the theater.
Oh my god. I leaned over to my boyfriend and I was like, don't inhale. You're breathing all the dust.
Imagine if they're imagine if they just turn into cocaine.
Jesus.
Damn, Thanos, I didn't know you were a druggie.
Drug Lord Thanos.
It's like
Dust.
Iron Man
everywhere.
just gets all of Spider-Man's cocaine dust. I'm like, oh fuck, this is like college again.
He's coming back!
Yeah.
Fuck! He's just foaming at the mouth.
I told you the universe would appreciate it.
That's a good one.
Drugs are not something that I think about all the time, but this puts a smile on my face. And he just has like a whole dust right there.
You got a dust stash. It's got a dust stash.
Yeah.
I am inevitable.
It's like they find him and they're like,
He's just on the farm. It's all weed.
Integrity Force.
Integrity.
Oh god, did you see
Thor
the end
walks
of
up.
that?
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
You son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Is that what the Berserkers did?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
It's a different high when you inhale a person.
Endorsed by Santa Claus.
Angry Santa Claus.
You gotta try this, Jesus. Oh yeah, no, that's pure. That's
Yeah, it's cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. This is clean.
It's like it's super pure. Nobody dies.
Yeah, it's just.
The only asset spin up is yours.
Jesus.
That was a great season.
Yeah.
As opposed to other. I tried to watch season 8 of Letterkenny. I don't know if y'all watched that.
I
No.
keep meaning to.
You know what though? The fucking advertisement for that on Hulu was so fucking weird, and they played it back to back so often it drove me and my boyfriend absolutely nuts anytime we wanted to watch something.
I don't understand that. Like, if
I
you
don't either.
overdo it, you're gonna make people hate it.
Yeah, that's why marketing should be kept in check by consumers.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not a thing over there.
I mean, honestly, at this point, it's like you upload your trailer to YouTube. They're done.
Pretty much. Especially if you're a big studio like Hulu.
Yeah. Do people care? It has 10 million views by the end of the day. Okay, cool.
And Canada's
Yeah.
happy with you. At one of
Yay,
their
Canada.
shows.
To be fair, Canada's happy with you most of the time.
Yeah,
Be
pretty
fair.
much. I mean, that's why they leave all their doors unlocked and they fear nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
The most Canadian thing I've ever seen was a couple of years ago where someone was arrested for attempting to illegally transport a semi-truck full of maple syrup. It's like, this is everything I wanted out of you, Canada.
I
Thank
don't know
you.
why
You
this
know-
reminded me of this. When I was at work the other day, okay?
Mhm.
This because I work for Gatorland, but I work inside FunSpot.
Yeah.
So we've got this
Okay,
small
yeah,
location
yeah.
inside FunSpot. And this family came through, and this is really big family of like 15 people, but they
Oh,
came in sporadically.
God.
They were very nice for a few minutes, but like
That's good.
half of them came in really late, and I was trying to figure out
Jesus.
why. This other woman comes up, she's yelling at them to come in. She's like, "Come on, come on!" And they're like, "We're kind of scared." And she's like, "Oh, come on, don't be." Oh, what the hell did she say? I don't remember what it was, but I have never heard a Canadian curse in my entire life until that day. Because she's like, "They're a bunch of scaredy shits" or something. I was like,
But
she's
said
like,
it
but she
in,
had told me before.
in
She's
her
like,
thick accent.
no, she told me when I rung her up the first time. She goes, "Yeah, we're from Canada, so we've never even really seen an alligator." And I was like,
Yeah.
"You've come a long way. Sure, that's fine."
Yeah,
You know, and then she was like, "They're a bunch of scaredy little shits, aren't they?" And walked away. And I was like,
It's like, are you
I
legally
mean-
allowed to say that?
Yeah.
I mean, she's in another country now, so I
Yeah,
think why
why
not? But like, I
The
was
manners
The
are out the
only-
window.
Okay.
She's,
The only time.
she's taking a vacation from the
Mhm.
manners.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I want to do?
You got to cut loose and go.
I want to do a little experiment. Instead of sending the military all around the world, I want to send a shipping container full of Florida people to each country.
They will nuke us.
To Canada.
not us. They just nuked Florida.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Where did
no
these-
more of this shit.
Where do these
Shut it
people
down.
come
Until you
from?
send it to Australia, and they go, "Hey, mate, had a good time."
They get along.
It's like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
really well behaved.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Compared to
Yeah.
us.
You bunch of cunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, bunch of fucking cunts.
Welcome to Australia.
I'm pretty sure the
Bring any gators with you.
I'm pretty sure the situation.
Send them back.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure the situation in the UK would be fixed if you sent a bunch of Florida people over there.
I'm just
Oh my
waiting
gosh.
for the day someone attempts to do the Bugs Bunny thing of just sawing Florida off the rest of the continent.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that remembers that.
I will
Wow,
always
I don't remember that. Okay.
And that was the day Florida became an island.
And now we're as unsupported as Puerto Rico.
No.
Yeah, I went there.
So it's a good time being.
Oh wait, no. They're not unsupported. They got one paper towel. I'm sorry. It's horrible. That whole situation's horrible.
It's
There's
been
nothing we
three
can do
or
about
four.
it, so we might as well make
But
it.
that's a funny fucking image. It's like, here's how much of a shit I give one paper towel, and I'm gonna basketball shoot it to you fuckers.
It's good though that they did get rid of
The one governor
the one governor that
who
was
was
in power.
trying
Yeah.
to politicize that
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
people are dying, you dumb
Yeah.
cunt.
Well, they got rid of that guy, and now there's like, what, 3 or 4 major earthquakes that have hit?
That's true. Yeah. Over the past couple
Yeah.
years.
I'm like, well,
They can't catch a break. They really can't catch a fucking break.
poor country. I
Did
feel so
fucking Ultron get a hold of that shit?
I mean, seriously.
It would have been a
It's
lot
just
more
where they are,
entertaining
you
that
know,
way.
on the
Oh, just
planet.
lift
They're
Puerto
just- they're
Rico
out
up.
there.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna flood the world like God himself. Well, you still have the God complex. I'm glad you have that going for you.
Being consistent.
Very consistent.
More than Palpatine's death.
Palpatine just let go of the lightning.
No!
Never.
I've got pissed. Don't worry, guys.
No, you will die!
Yeah.
I really wish he had just kept using his lines and like
Yeah,
by the last one,
like it's an action figure.
Yeah.
Do it.
good.
Use your hate. But they're hugging each other. Damn it.
Oh my god, did you see that SNL where it was, I think it was SNL where Palpatine was like a roommate and he's trying to get them to use the dark side?
Oh god. Yeah.
I did not see that.
Shit was so funny.
That
They're
sounds
playing
great.
video games. He's like, ah, yes, I feel the darkness within you. Use it. And they're like, just playing video games. Like, calm down, Palpatine.
I mean, if they're playing Smash, I understand.
Or Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Or Mario Party.
Mhm.
Oh, God.
Ooh, yeah.
Don't get me started on the game, Tyler.
Do it.
Screw it.
Ah, screw it.
No, I was over at our friend's
We need
house.
to put in the chandelier, Palpatine. Screw it.
For your friends. Browers.
Yeah, I was over at our friend Brower's house, and he had gotten the Mario Party game, and I was like, oh, I've never played that before. And he goes, yo, you gotta try it. So, he handed me a controller, and I was like, okay. And, I started doing out really well so far, but then the game absolutely decided to just shit on me.
You
Yeah.
were the
Yeah,
poor
it's
of
Monopoly. It is
No, no.
Monopoly and Mario.
So they have this thing in the new one that you can steal coins or steal stars from people.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of my friends that were like, you know what, I'm gonna pick random. I don't really want to steal stuff from you guys, but here's where we're at, kind of thing. And none of us had like stars yet, so we're like, all right. The random one would always pick me.
Yep.
Oh, you want to steal 10 coins? Sure. Who do you want to steal it from? Random. Sam.
And then and then don't ever play with me, because then you complained about it. I'm like, Brower, Nico, Sam. God damn it! It's like kick you while you're down.
I almost yeeted Tyler out a window.
Almost.
This close.
No, because it's like she was reacting to him like, man, I gotta fuck with her now.
Like Mario Party, how long has it just been the game of like lose all your friends?
Yeah, pretty
Well, the
much.
funny part was
Well, I mean,
then we
that
had
was
decided
Monopoly
no
before
one
it.
is ever picking random again.
No.
And then Brower picks random, and we're like, Brower!
Was it Brower or was it me that did that?
No, it was Brower. Because then by
Yeah.
that point, a couple of us had picked random, and it hit you a couple of times, and you were bad too. So I was like,
I was.
so
yeah.
we had all decided, we had all come to the agreement, no one is going to pick random. Then Brower's turn. Brower picks
He wasn't
random.
listening.
I mean, I threw my controller at
That
Brower's
doesn't
head. You
surprise
remember?
Wow.
Yeah. No, Brower does that. He did in D&D too, where it's like we're going over. He's the Leroy Jenkins of the group. Like
oh.
we were going over this plan, and For some reason, he was a cleric, but he got the spell Fireball, and I just decided to let that happen. I don't know why.
Okay.
Okay, see, you were at fault here, then you let it happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, you sure you want to be a cleric? It's like, yeah, they heal. It's like, okay, I want Fireball. I'm like, fuck it.
No.
Because I didn't want to spend time explaining
No.
shit to him. So it's
Okay.
like,
One.
we're planning this shit out, and he's not listening. He's on his phone the whole time, like he always is. Kayvon comes up with a plan that they're all going to follow. Chris is in agreement. Shane's in agreement. He's normally not paying attention. Angel's in agreement. Everybody's in agreement. And then it's Brower's turn. I'm like, okay, Brower, what are you going to do? I shoot a fireball. What the fuck? And it's like,
See, that's the situation where you let the rest of your players just tackle him to the ground.
they should have,
mhm.
but they didn't.
So,
I would have welcomed it.
What is your
I'm
D&D
sorry.
experience?
I still think my favorite one of the D&D campaigns is I draw my crossbow.
Oh, yes. Evan, we
Our
played
friend
with Evan.
is interesting.
He's a chaotic one, and he's my favorite to DM with.
Mm.
So they were in this like little pawn shop. There was a dwarf with no legs on a wheelchair. So maybe don't fuck with this guy. He's kind of had a hard life, kind of had a hard time, but he talked shit about his mother, so he shot him in the face with a crossbow.
Well, then there's a
and then
point-
he shot the chandelier, lit the damn shop on fire. They ran out of the store, and it took Brittany to defuse the situation to where the guards weren't going to kill them. Guess what he does?
I draw my crossbow.
He draws his crossbow, shoots at the town guard captain, and kills a small child.
Wow.
I was gonna say, did he roll a 1 and it ended up killing the small child?
Yes.
Jesus.
And then they murdered him, yes?
And then there was murder.
See,
Fuck.
I'm
Wait, no. Fuck.
very excited because we just started up a new D&D campaign yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
where it's the first time I've been a player in a while, like for a proper regular session campaign.
That's gotta be
That's
exciting.
because you usually DM, don't you?
I do.
I know
Very,
how that
very
feels.
annoyingly, I've had a couple of months now where I just haven't been able to get the party together
Mm-hmm.
right as we're in like the final process of finishing up the storyline that's been running since the start of 2016.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All
So-
together now.
They go on.
Mm-hmm. They can.
You think Star Wars or Marvel goes on?
Yeah,
This is the
but
campaign that now.
doing this, and it's
Never ending.
Yep. And that's one of the strengths of D&D is as long as you feel like keeping it going, you can go literally as long as you care to.
Mm-hmm.
Like our current DM has a couple of characters who literally managed to reach like beyond god level, and like his oldest proper character has succeeded in the only actual written way to win D&D ever put down from 2nd edition.
He built a house, married a woman, and had a child.
No. Well, he did that first, and then they died.
Oh, of course.
And then he decided to
Of
murder
course.
every single god.
Yep.
I was about to say that's God of War.
Yeah. And then he did that, and he became
Boy.
the overgod. And then he popped beyond the reality of existence, because once you have all the power of gods, you can do that and go to the realm of the old ones, which are totally a thing.
Cthulhu.
No. Cthulhu is also a thing, but different.
He's an elder god, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a great old one. The elder gods are different. The outer
Okay.
gods are Cthulhu's bosses. D&D's old ones are basically like most universes in D&D have an overgod. They're the god who tells all the other gods what to do.
Yeah, like there's
And
Zeus.
Beyond even Zeus, like primordial chaos kind of deal.
Oh, Kronos kind of
And
thing.
explicitly, there is a level beyond that is basically locked off until someone achieves overgod status twice.
So he basically makes Talos look like he's got a tiny dick.
Yes. So he finally ended up popping his overgod off beyond the bounds of D&D proper into the realm of the old ones, which is the only ever put down on paper way that you just win. Which
Okay then.
we are now in one campaign he's running for his kids. We are
Nice.
working up to the point where that happens, and then may get to play around in the world after he fucks off and there are no more gods, which means replacement.
Oh boy.
But the one we're going in right now that we started yesterday is really fun because I am playing a Inquisitor And the great part about that is he's actually the first character I ever played in my first ever D&D campaign, which I started because Aaron and Melanie dragged me along. So the character who was their character's best friend until they got horrifically murdered by an explosion is now...
Oh, like Chewbacca?
Yes. Definitely. Exactly that.
That went there.
Is now getting to run around.
Welcome to the Star Wars podcast.
Do you remember Star Wars?
Do you want to?
No, that's Rise of Skywalker. See, the first movie is, do you remember Star Wars? It's like, are you sure? And then the third movie's like, are you sure you want to remember?
And then Baby Yoda pops up and it's like,
This is why I like it.
Protect.
just throw Kylo Ren down that
Protect
pit.
the
go
youngling.
over the-
Yeet!
The youngling is in your charge now. Loved that. It was so
Cool.
good.
Wish I
Such
brought
a
my
good way
baby
to
Yoda
end.
to
This
me.
is the way.
I thought that was cringy at first when I listened to that. Like,
All I could think of was the fucking Knuckles. Yeah. You do
Do
not
you-
know the way.
Do you know the way?
Oh,
You must have Ebola to know the way.
there are some great meme videos on that one.
Okay.
It's just
Oh my
like
god, yeah.
walking in the
Dude,
Mandalorian.
there's great cosplay of that. Dude, I saw somebody in a blow-up Knuckles suit. Actually, 3 of the fuckers were there at MegaCon.
Wow.
And they went up to me, Shane, Angel, and Brower's like, do you
I
know the
remember
way?
Oh, I remember that you sent a video.
Yeah, do you know the... I'm not the one, Brower's one. Send all the video.
Oh yeah, Browers.
Browers are...
It's so funny because y'all know that I can't understand this meme because normally I wouldn't care, but they have run it into the
Oh, I
ground.
bet.
No.
Oh, I bet.
Not you specifically.
I know.
but
Billy.
Billy and Brower have run this
Yeah,
meme into
Brower-
the
This
ground.
surprises and shocks me.
No, thank you.
And I
Can't do
absolutely now I just can't stand it. Every time someone's
I
like,
get
"You
it.
gone to Knuckles me?" I'm like, no.
This is the thing that I tell my son all the time about sarcasm and jokes. It's like, it's funny the first time.
Mhm.
It can be even funny if you do a follow-up, but the third time, dead.
Yeah.
It's dead. Dead in the water. It's dead, Jim.
Mhm.
You know?
The moment a joke is overplayed,
Yeah.
it ceases
Brower
being a joke.
does not
Yeah,
understand that. And
absolutely.
Billy does not understand how jokes work. No, I'm sorry. I told him this before, too. I'm not talking shit, but it's just like...
No, you're not wrong. Billy
It's
can
just
make
like
a good joke.
You're
every
allowed
so
to talk
often.
shit if
No, no,
it's
no, no.
true.
It's like, I tell a joke, and people laugh,
'Cause then it's just
and then he decides to deconstruct my joke in front of me,
Oh, God.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
oh, no.
You're emasculating my joke by crack.comming it right now. Please stop. No,
He's
stop.
mansplaining you.
Stop cinema sinning that you.
Yeah.
He's
exactly.
mansplaining you.
He is. Is it because I'm gay, Billy?
yes.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gay. I'm only half gay. I'm a half gay. That's my D&D class.
Gay is a class.
Billy is my twin.
It's
I
not
love
a
him.
race.
Do not get me wrong, but that boy's an idiot.
They look nothing alike.
We don't.
No.
They're not those kind
If
of
someone
twins.
ever tells me I look like my brother, I might deck them.
Fraternal.
I was gonna
So
say
just-
I might tell
fraternal
them how wrong they are,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
In fact, scream at them how wrong they are. I'm like,
When we were little, when we were babies, absolutely.
Sure.
I could completely understand. We even had the same hair length, and we had some long
Yeah.
hair when we were little. So like, it was like
Okay.
shoulder length.
That makes
all right?
sense.
It was long.
yeah.
And
Adorable
like
little
my dad
L'Oreal
loves
babies.
to tell this story. He was walking through the mall one day, and he's pushing us in the double stroller.
Mhm.
All right, and this little old woman, she comes up to my dad. She looks at them and goes, "Oh, they're adorable. Are they twins? Yeah. Are they identical? Well, one's a boy and one's a girl. I know, but are they identical?
You idiot. Oh my God.
They are right in front of you for one thing. You tell me."
Guess that Pokemon!
I'm like, "Hi, it's one of those like I wish I'd been at the age to talk because I could be like, hi, I'm down here. You could tell that we don't look alike, so
Yeah.
we're probably not identical."
Yeah.
Little baby Sam just flicking off the old woman.
There's a picture somewhere of me flicking off.
I want to animate
Yes.
that now.
Nice.
It's
You're
either
like-
me or
Me-
Billy.
me
I don't
next.
remember, but there's a picture of Billy and I sitting together, and one of us is flicking off the camera.
I believe either of y'all, honestly.
There's also one of my favorite baby pictures of Billy where it's the two of us sitting in for a Christmas photo, and Billy's got his little hand up, and he's got doing like the rock and roll symbol.
Of course he would.
And I'm like, that's the funniest. And I'm asleep in the picture.
Yeah.
Love life, that's me. I'm
I'm surprised your mom didn't slowly push the bottle under your hand and your brother's like,
It was. Oh, now I have to edit that. I'm photoshopping a picture later.
Just animate it.
But it was funny because like in high school when we were in band, we had these senior moments, or not senior moment, like this band banquet where you have to guess what the senior was because they would do it for all the graduating seniors.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they did a little video. So it would be like a baby picture, a child picture, you as a child, and then you've got the senior picture, like the one, the professional one that you got taken.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, cool. Well,
Yeah.
actually, there was a couple of kids that had some weird pictures because they went and did like their own professional pictures somewhere else, so they didn't have to do the suit and the dress and stuff. And I was like, all right, listen, you bougie.
Yeah,
Or need this nonsense.
You
Seriously.
rich motherfuckers. Is that where you're peaking in high school?
Honestly, though, taking those pictures was the funniest day of my life
It
because
was.
this was when I was friends with this guy who shall not be named.
Especially
My
on
friend Zach.
podcast.
Well, he did some bad stuff to my family, so we don't talk to him.
He just
He
got,
who shall not be named.
But
and
he
then
was living
names
with us
him.
at the
And then
time.
names him.
Well, he was living with
She's
us
like
at
the Harry Potter of the podcast.
Literally
he who shall
not
not be named. Voldemort.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you mean Voldemort?
God
I'm
damn it,
I'm
Harry!
obsessed with Harry Potter, so this is not an inaccurate statement.
Shut the fuck up, Harry.
God damn it, Harry!
Oh,
But
shut
we
up.
went to
I'm
take
surprised
the
Robin's
pictures.
back in.
We'd go over there, and we were supposed to go to like a theme park later or something, or like a family outing. So we're all dressed in like our bathing suits because it's at a hotel where we're staying out for the weekend. So we're like, okay, my mom's like, yeah, we'll just get them done beforehand. And we're like,
Fuck it.
and like I'm in like a bathing suit, some shorts, maybe a tank top, very similar like to what I'm
How
wearing now.
Floridian.
Yeah, very Floridian. No, literally very Floridian. And I'm like, and we're like, yeah, this is totally normal, perfectly fine. So like, how
In
are we
Florida.
gonna take these senior
Yeah.
pictures? Like, this is a very like Florida senior thing.
Yeah,
I get
South
that, but
Beach,
like,
Miami.
right? Like, so I'm like, I'm wondering how we're gonna do this. My mom goes, oh, they have stuff there for you, and we're like,
Oh, God.
This ain't a Renaissance fair.
Ugh, gross.
they had.
You mean the stuff that they spray down after everyone?
yes? So you've got
You're
my brother.
fine. It's fine. Just put it on.
So you've got my brother and the other two guys that we're with get the top half of tuxedos on because it's only
And
a
bathing
picture from
suit
here
shorts.
up and bathing suit shorts and flip flops. And I kid you
How
not,
Floridian.
this tall skinny fucker comes out and he's in just the bathing suit shorts and the top half, and I went, oh my god.
Why do you look like penguins? All of you.
My mom is taking pictures because she's dying of laughter, and I'm like, guys, this is behind the scenes of the senior photo shoots. This is what you get in normal situations.
This is what you get in Florida.
And I was like, there's not a chance that there is a way for me to do this the same way. And sure enough, no, I have to wear this gigantically large black dress that is 5 times too big for me because they only had one.
Yep.
And I was a tiny person in high school, all right?
True. Very
I
small.
wasn't like curvy or anything like that. I wasn't super skinny, but I'd be like, like a medium. And this was like a double XL. And I was like, I don't know how this is going
One
to work.
size fits all.
I was like, I don't know how this is going to
Not.
work. And they go, oh, we're going to pin
If
it
I'm
in the back. And I was
Dobby-
like,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
That's
they
how
did.
that
We'll fix it in post.
like I had a flashback to middle school
edit
when I
that.
had my gym teacher gave me the smallest uniform that they had, and he thought I was going to blow away in a big windstorm
Oh no.
because it was very baggy, like ridiculously baggy. This uniform was, and like I was also very, very small. So like in middle school, I was 4'11"
Damn.
Yeah.
and skinny.
Oh my god, that's midget height.
And I was like that for 3 years. They thought I wasn't going to grow,
And
so
then
like I was going to be.
She stopped growing.
And my doctor's like, I think you've stopped growing, and I was like, I'm not even going to hit 5 feet, really?
you got so
I
angry.
was mad.
You got so angry you grew.
I was an angry little elf, all right? Like this is.
And then you became a token elf instead of a North or
But
South
then,
Pole
we
elf.
left there.
North
I
Pole
mean,
elf.
you graduate
Yeah.
middle school, you go off
We
to
don't
high
talk
school.
about the South Pole elves.
You go off to high school,
Camera.
and I'm in high school, right? And then like, it's been this whole summer, and I finally see some of my friends, and I'm taller than half of them, and I went,
Don't mind me. I just said my.
Oh fuck! I
Well,
grew.
like one of my very dear friends, Victoria, she's very tall. She's a very tall girl. All right,
Mhm.
she's always been tall. And like I used to have to, like, hi Victoria, how are you today? Look
No,
like
you can have
dead
a-
straight up at her. Now I can actually have a normal conversation where
You don't
she's
have to-
actually, like,
you don't
she's
have
a
to
little
take the
taller than
lift
me, but
up.
not much.
Hi, Victoria.
Yeah, like I used to have to stand on a bench to be able to talk to her comfortably, and now it's just like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you're doing good. I'm doing well too. Oh, very nice.
This
I'm
is
like,
weird. You're talking to me at my height.
yeah, like
I
even
like
she
this.
was like, "Oh my god, you're so tall," and I was like, "I didn't realize." But then you got some of my other friends, and I would be like, "Hey, hi,
The
you're
fuck?
shorter than I remember."
It's like now I have the power.
My friend Alexis,
Yes.
her mother used to be like taller than me. She's not taller than me anymore, and when she first realized that I wasn't Little Sam anymore, she's like, "You're not my Little Sam anymore." But I was like, "Well, you can still call me that, but I'm a lot taller than you, so it's gonna be a little weird for first few times."
I'm Tiny Rick.
It was so funny though.
Oh man. Shoot. All
Oh,
right.
that's a good show.
That is a good
They
show.
need to put out more episodes.
Absolutely. I concur.
With Rick and Morty?
Yes.
Yeah.
This season so far is pretty good.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's been a bit hit and miss.
I didn't like the heist one.
No.
It's okay.
I
didn't hate it.
I appreciated it more upon the second viewing when you realize, oh, he's just an asshole.
No, I
Yeah.
love it. I love that part. That's what made me like the episode. That made me not hate it.
It's overusing a joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they Seth MacFarlane it definitely, but I like the payoff of it at the end.
Yeah.
No, I like. Shit, I'm trying to remember what the first one was. Was that the app?
The first one was
no.
the Death Crystal.
Yes,
Yep.
that's right. It was.
I like
and the
that
second
one.
one was the app, right?
You want to
Yes.
develop an app with me? No, I want to develop a fucking app
Yeah.
with you.
Are you going to tell me more? Well, you'd have to develop the app first.
I'll give you 50% of my stock.
What's the app called?
God damn it, Jerry.
Yeah, it's like some stupid, scummy name with a lot of letters in it.
Love with 3Ds.
He does a stupid, like, little... a stupid little lip thing. Just looks over
my
at his little
God.
drawings.
There was a fantastic meme that came out, by the way, the first episode with fucking Morty and the crystal in his head, and it says, "I does as the crystal commands." And someone had put down like the Skeksis from Dark Crystal. Like, what a great parody.
Well, that's a summary.
Yeah. I was like, man, that's great.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Somebody came up with a political one where it's like, it's Morty, but he has an oil barrel in his head. I does as the oil commands.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
It's too accurate.
Actually, speaking of Dark Crystal, have you guys all seen the new season? The new
Not
show?
yet.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Very good. Good stuff. Good stuff.
My viewing time has been absorbed by going over the entirety of Dragon Ball with someone who's never seen it.
Oh shit, that is an endeavor.
Yep, it took
That's a challenge.
pretty
You,
much the
you might as well
entirety of
just
last
cut that and just do the abridged.
Here's the
Not
thing.
fun.
We are about a third of the way through Super.
Oh
Damn.
God, I can't do the originals. I just
I can't even.
God.
I can't even begin to start.
But the
One
abridged
Piece.
is fantastic.
The
The
abridged
abridge
is
is definitely
I
really
will
good.
never be able to
I
get
have
in
a
One Piece.
cosplay of
Nope.
Vegeta, the bad man
Oh.
Vegeta. Oh, what the hell's on
Weird.
what's on the back of that one?
There's
Because you know, like
there's
the picture
several.
of Vegeta
Jesus.
Yes.
in the Team 4-Star, the abridged
Yeah.
version, they changed the back of it
Yes.
every single time.
Yeah.
I have a cosplay of it, but I don't remember what I picked.
There were a couple things on there. I loved Blowjob Princess.
I was
Oh
tempted
my
to that one, but I didn't do it.
god.
I was like, I'm gonna be at a con and there's gonna be children here. This
Yeah.
is not a good
You're gonna get a
idea.
lot
Yeah,
thirsty.
So I didn't do that
Yeah,
one.
oh,
Sweaty
slimy,
guys.
creepy. Yeah, no.
What was it? Oh my god.
Hey, you're a blowjob princess. I'm like, oh gosh, why?
Exactly.
I think I,
So you think guys like those don't exist, and then they just come out of
Well, they
nowhere.
crawl out of their holes once a year to come out to cons like that.
They're like
They
an
go for
overweight
signings
golem.
and-
I'm like, oh, you
They're
exist.
clutching something they want signed.
Oh my god, Christopher, I signed it.
Yeah,
I think he likes me.
Yep.
Time to go back under my rock. Oh, something weird happened with me. Speaking of anime, have y'all watched Fullmetal Alchemist
Yes.
Brotherhood?
Yeah, I saw it.
So, I was at SeaWorld today,
Uh-huh.
and I was taking a really long shit, and you know, there's
Good.
music that
Good
goes
start.
through it, and then suddenly the introduction to season 1 of the Fullmetal Alchemist
No.
Brotherhood intro starts playing
At SeaWorld?
at SeaWorld. I was shitting right next to Shamu.
Someone's the real OG.
How did that get
They're
through?
back.
That's really funny.
They're back there in the sound, but just.
I even sent it in the
There we go.
chat. Like, imagine listening to this
Oh,
song
I think it's juicy.
shitting next to Shamu.
I think it's juicy. I think that's what I did.
I had a very similar experience. So I'm sitting during this Christmas special that my son's a
that
part
was
of.
the safe pull.
And you know, like those things are the most cringiest
Yep,
things.
there
If
it
you
is.
ever go to
Of
any
course.
like school productions
I made
and
that
there's just
shirt,
multiple children there, multiple classes, it is the
You
most
are.
cringiest thing on the
Well, the
You are.
planet.
problem was I was gonna do the original
Yeah.
just Batman, but they
In
didn't
the
give me
middle,
enough
though,
A's on the iron patch on
They
patches,
start
so I was
playing
like, I can't do it now.
the
So that's why
main
it's
score
Batman,
to
but without an A, it's a B upside down.
and I'm just sitting there and I'm like,
That's some inventive use.
seems
I was
so
like,
spirited
That's
away.
fantastic.
Bravo, sir.
That's good.
Whoever chose this,
Yeah, exactly.
thank
Whoever chose
you.
this.
My
Yeah.
shitting experience has improved because this is pretty shitty, no pun intended. No, it was. I was not having a good time, and then this song started playing. Now I wish it was like one of those.
That.
Now I wish it was like one of those Japanese toilets that would just. Well, I'm not gonna explain it.
Yeah.
You just find out and go to Japan.
It has
Yeah.
50
If you haven't,
features for a
look it
reason.
up.
Yeah.
Don't look it up.
Absolutely.
Probably look it up.
I mean,
And
You're
then
go-
share
you're
it with
you
your
going
gotta
to look
friends.
it
you
up.
gotta stay clean.
Jesus, there's something perpetually either in my eye or something in this room that is aggravating me because holy cow! I
I'm
cannot
sorry.
Make my left eye stop watering. Yeah, it's all your
That usually
fault.
happens with my
It's
contact.
proximity. Oh,
Mm. See,
Yeah.
That's why I just do the
I
glasses. Can't be
I don't know if I'll go
neither,
back.
but still,
I don't know if I'll go back to contacts. I think the only time I'll do that is for cosplay.
I'm
stuff.
in need. I'll either need glasses or contacts.
I do need to get
I
new
have had
glasses.
contacts
Soon.
since high school because I had glasses before that, but in high school I was in color guard and I really needed because
Yeah.
my glasses kept falling off and I was like I
Mm.
need another solution for this.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to my
I did-
doctor and they're like, why don't you try contacts? And it took a hot minute to get them in my eyeball.
Stab
but
your
other-
eyeball.
I had to do that.
But
with
now it's like a
football.
breeze. I can just pop one in without a problem,
Right.
take one out without a problem.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it was
Yeah.
funny.
This way all the time. Whatever.
I started popping
I stabbed
contacts
myself in the eye.
in
It's fine.
the
Yeah.
the first time for a long time when I went cosplaying with y'all one time, and it's very clear I have not done this in a while because I was fucking screaming and threatening the fuck
I remember
little
that!
god. Oh, I lost it in the car. Like, you motherfucker! You really just ran away and hit in the fucking carpets.
That's okay. There was one point I was pretty much out of contacts. I had one pair left, right? And I had it, and I was waiting on an order. Right? I was waiting on a contact order, so I'm waiting for them to show up. And I went to put this contact in. It was on Dapper Day.
Oh no!
All right,
So-
and I was like, all right, let's do this. It fell off my finger
Another half hour.
in my bathroom. Are you ready for this? I still don't know where it went.
I fucking hate that.
It's either in the humidifier in my bathroom or down the drain of the sink. There is no other place it could go. I searched under there. I've searched all over the counter. I've searched.
Weird
Damn.
stuff.
My mom's like, it's down the drain. I can see it. I looked down and I was like, you can't see it. I don't know what you're seeing, but it's not the contact.
Weird thing. At my last apartment, the bathtub kept getting clogged, and we thought it's because somebody had a lot of hair and it just got caught in there, and we need to put the snake down there again. But no, we got the mechanic in there, and he got the snake down there, and he pulled a bolt out.
Hmm.
Who the fuck put a bolt in the drain? Is
Oh,
Optimus
so
Prime
sad.
taking a shower? Like-
See, I would check to see where that bowl came from.
Yeah, seriously, like.
oh, I'm out of
That's
that
odd.
apartment.
Why did my brain go? to
Probably a
my
good
life?
idea if there were random
Probably,
bolts falling
honestly,
into the
like
drain.
probably just some shoddy work. I'm sure, like they had that all open, like when they were
Probably.
making it, it fell down.
But it's just like,
whatever.
this guy didn't even know it was there. He's like, there's a bolt in your drain. He's looking at us like we did. I'm like,
Yeah, because I sit around and unscrew shit just to throw shit
Yeah,
in
I
more
regularly bathe.
I mean, knowing my room.
shit. Bathe bolting is my pleasure.
Really gets the grime off.
I mean, knowing my
Don't
extra
ask
Reddit
now.
user probably increase your testosterone or what. No, it's just like, if you're that concerned with your masculinity, I'm gonna make fun of you.
You should, because clearly you're not very secure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also anti-Semitic. That's fun.
Mm. Acceptable targets.
Just like, I can't wait till you move. I cannot fucking wait till you move.
Mm.
Get out of my life.
Yes. Now I'm like, finally, I can finally ignore politics because I'm gonna shut my Facebook off in 2020. And if anybody mentions it, I'm like, nah, I'm living in my ignorance. Fuck off. I don't want to hear any of it.
See?
Did you believe Donald Trump? I would believe Donald Trump would eat bananas with fucking A1 steak sauce. I am not surprised at this point.
I really wouldn't be surprised if he's already done it.
I mean, he eats steaks with ketchup.
Like, at this point, I just get all my political information off of Stephen Colbert.
It's more entertaining, at least.
It's too much to pay attention to, and 99% of it doesn't matter, and the parts
Yeah.
that do matter are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And the parts that aren't, you don't hear about.
You know, Donald Trump's about to get impeached. Did it actually happen? No.
That's
Well,
the
then I
thing.
don't care.
If the machine is functioning properly, it's not news. So everything
Yeah.
that's going right, you're never going to hear about.
If there's
That's a good point.
if there's
That's a very good
guillotines
point.
lining up at the Washington Monument and you know, there's some politicians.
See, my immediate thought is, how do you turn the monument itself into a guillotine?
We'll see you be chopping off statue heads at that point.
It's like the Lincoln Memorial didn't wind up quite how we intended it to, but I think it's better this way.
Heads were rolling that day.
We're not even sure how they got it off. Like it's
I like
just on there.
I do like the meme where it's like, you know, visiting art, theater, and all sorts of stuff will prolong your life. And then Lincoln said, well, that was fucking bullshit.
I would say the same thing about puzzles, but yeah, Grandma's still sitting in the nursing home with dementia.
Fuck! She's living in that moment. She'll never...
Yeah.
Wait.
Literally living in
There's-
that moment.
There's
You know,
Just that moment.
at least you meet somebody new every time.
for some
Yeah.
really specific Warhammer humor, there's a version of the Lincoln assassination with 40k orcs. And it's an orc shooting Lincoln, and then the rest of the orcs shooting him. And then just screaming violently, and then I'm pretty sure the whole building burns down.
Jeez. Wow.
Need to get more people to actually understand that setting.
Yeah.
So many references to make.
There's more games about them.
There's a lot of games
Hey!
about
Affordable.
them. Steam.
Yeah, no, there's Total War's the only one I got. Is there others?
There's Dawn of Wars 1 through 3. There's Space Marine.
Okay.
There's the Battlefleet Gothic games, if you care more about the ships.
I might.
There's like a chess game.
Surprised.
Huh.
Not
A
surprised.
shit ton of phone games, including one where you play a knight that's a 30-foot tall robot with a chainsaw sword.
Fair
Of
enough.
course it does.
Of course there is. Of course there is. Actually, speaking of Steam, have you guys played the Doki Doki, or have you at least seen Aaron and Danny play through Doki Doki?
I've seen tidbits of it.
It's hysterical.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, his fucking voice for Monica, man.
I liked watching them play Doom. That was an enjoyable episode.
Doom
I
was
haven't
fun.
watched them play through Doom yet.
That's a new one.
Yes, Doom is brand new.
Oh, okay. I liked Hefo. That was fun too, watching them play Hefo.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Grab my hand.
Grab my hand. No, not the coin.
Grab my hand. Grab my hand.
My favorite joke out of all Game Grumps, besides the Do It one, is I love cranberries. She asked me to ask you if you have any cranberries.
I've traded my nugs once or twice.
A letter? Yes. C for
I
cranberry.
I think my favorite one of their jokes, just because of how hard it got them, will always be, I'm the video game boy. I'm the one who wins.
No. There's a recent one that I like because it just gets them. You must die.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You must die.
I might take your order. You must die.
It's like, oh, you're at the reunion. Oh man, I haven't seen you in ages. How's the family? Doing great? You must die.
God, so good.
Hey Harold, how are the kids? You must
You
die.
must die. It's like, yeah, that would be one large soda. You must die.
Jesus.
It's like the fact
I
that
like the one where they were talking about Batman. And Morgan Freeman's like, Batman. Faster catch Batman or the Busters.
Why did you do this?
Yeah, he's like, Bruce Wayne is just sitting there, and he's like, you can't not pass it to him because it's what he deserves. It's what he needs.
Like, Batman.
Bruce Wayne just like sits up from the table and walks into the bathroom. Just never comes back. Sets up an iced tea symbol in the sky.
Oh, I'll always adore the Obama impression.
Yeah, that was pretty
God,
good.
yeah.
Oh man, gonna fucking breathe, dude.
Or my
Yeah.
classic favorite. That's the whole song.
Yep.
That's the whole song.
Oh, the Game Grumps are some national treasures.
Yes,
They really
And
are.
Danny is a precious musical talent.
He
Damn
is.
right.
The
My
world
God.
requires.
Have you watched John
Jesus.
Tron on his own?
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty funny on his own.
Not as good.
No, it's just
I like
there's
John
something
Tron.
about the dynamic duo between Aaron and Danny that's just
No,
it's just beautiful.
I like their duo, but I'm talking about like John Tron after he split from the Grumps and he's doing his own shows now, and I'm
I
like,
haven't watched him in quite a while.
he's pretty good. But he comes out with something like every once in a while, not as consistently as the Game Grumps will do.
Yeah. Did a fantastic cover of Firework.
Wait, what?
That was definitely him.
Fuzzy.
Alright.
No, something that was like.
How long have we been going on for?
We've been going for a
Close to
hot
2 hours. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
working to a wrap up whenever you guys feel like.
How are y'all feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Yeah. Doing good. Been here since like 10:30.
Oh,
Ready to
yeah,
go
you
home.
did the first one, didn't you?
done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been here the
Yeah.
whole time.
I'm
Got
sorry,
5
that'd
guys
be
during
my
the
fault.
intermission. Pretty good. First time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you use lube?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's a good first time to use lube. Don't ever go dry. Like, just
No.
don't.
You gotta work up to it.
You really do. If you don't mind it, rimming ain't bad either.
I mean, hey, if they're gonna do it, like there's only so much space you have to work with. Someone's got to.
Yeah.
Do it.
And on
And
that
with that
note,
mental image,
No, you're ugly.
thank
Do
you
it.
for tuning into the Star Wars podcast.
yep.
Oh, no
Which-
way, you're ugly.
which podcast
I
is-
blew it.
Close the one. All right. Well, I've been your host, I guess. Will.
Absolutely.
I'm Sam.
Run.
Tyler.
And this has been whatever this podcast is. We'll see you on the next one.
Remember, it's been the Star Wars podcast with a little bit of something else in between.
Oh man, that was great.